Oh yeah, okay, we're back. We're back. Good. Okay, let me just find the stream on my channel so I know for sure. Fuck's sake, I'm sorry about that. That's so annoying. I don't know why my OBS fucks up so much. Okay, we're back. Good shit. Good shit. Can those people... You don't think my mic works? Either you're deaf or don't know what the fuck you're talking about. My mic is totally fine. Everyone else can hear me, right? I hope... No, it's coming up on my thing. I can see you guys can hear me. So that person's fucking trying to one-guy me. I'll show you the cats in a second, man. Give me a sec. This stream isn't about the cats. It's quiet again. Are you fucking serious? Okay, we're doing this again. No, we're doing a poll. Fuck you guys. We're doing a poll. Engage with your audience. Look at this. Audience engagement. Is the audio okay? Boom. Start poll. Go for it. Is the audio okay? We're gonna do it here. I want to see some votes, babies. Yes, everyone's voting yes. Audio's perfectly fine. Okay, class. Okay, everything's fine now. And the viewers are back. Okay, here we go, class. The poll's good. 98% people said yes. So the same amount of people who fucking hate ice in this chat are the same amount of people who think the audio is okay. I'm gonna say the people who voted that they wanted ice to stay in the last poll are the ones who are saying that the audio isn't okay. So I don't trust their judgment and everything's okay. There's a delay. Stream delay. Oh shit. Really? How bad's the delay? It can't be that bad. Oh, fuck. Alright, let's see how delayed the stream is. Everyone type 5 in the chat. Let's see how long this takes. Why is the stream so delayed? Oh, there's a huge delay. Yeah, there is a big delay. Let me see my stream settings. Is my latency... What's my latency saying? Okay. You guys... I wish I was a fucking streamer. This shit is so stressful. I don't know how people do it. I genuinely have no idea how people do this shit, man. It's fucking infuriating. Oh my god, I have to fucking two-step verify on my phone. Why is this so convoluted? Yes, it's me. I'm not scamming you. I don't want to add a fucking profile picture. Okay. Good. Fuck me. Alright. This is really annoying me. How do I lower the latency? Or is it just destined to be this delayed? There's not much I can really do. I'm sorry, guys. I really do wish I could stop this. Am I gonna have to fucking go... this is like the worst. Slow down the chat to fix it. Does slowing down the chat make it less delayed? There should be a latency option on YouTube. Okay, look. There's not much I can do. I don't think slowing the chat is really gonna... Will restarting it help? I don't know if I want to restart again, to be honest. Alright, we're just gonna leave it. We're just gonna leave it. There's about a 10-second delay, so when I chat, there's like 10 seconds in between... Like, it's not truly live, but whatever. You just get the fucking idea. We're gonna go for it, and I will wait. If I ask you a question, I'll wait a little bit. So, first question. I want to know who the fuck said that they support ICE. I want you, if you're brave enough, to put it in chat. Are you one of the people who said they support? If you support ICE, put a 9 in the chat, and I want to know why as well. Put a 9, and I want to know why. A 9, and I want to know why. Oh, people just... Yeah, can everyone refresh as well, maybe, and then it won't be as delayed. That'd be nice. See, now I don't know if it's a delay, or if there's just no one who don't, or if there's just no one who supports them or is willing. Oh, here we go. Someone said 9. Nebby Kitty. You don't got a name that makes it feel like whatever. Let's hear it. I want to know why. 6. I like that. Opposite of 6. Can we stop with the 6-7 bullshit? By the way, I mean that's me technically saying it, but I guess you got what you wanted. 9. I just don't give a fuck. So you don't support them then. You just don't care. Which, I mean, what a privilege to not give a fuck. What a privilege. What a privilege to not care about fascism. That's like living in Nazi Germany and not caring about the Nazis or the genocide. Fucking unreal. Like, genuinely, he needs to be the most privileged fucker ever. Shut up and let Nebu speak. It's fine. I'll see their message no matter what they say. I am looking out for their username. I don't think they'll actually say anything, though. I think maybe they were just rage baiting or trying to annoy people. Yeah, I think it was just rage bait. I think, okay, here we go. 9, I don't know what you mean by support, but the ICE agent legally is not guilty. Right, okay, I'm glad you said that because that's total bullshit. And we are going to talk about why in this live stream. Let's just get started, shall we? First of all, what rights do ICE actually have? What can they do? I have got an article here from Borderless that sort of explains it all. Ban 6-7 guy. I fucking will, actually. That's a great idea. And you've donated £2 to say it as well. It's 6-7 guy talks shit. I'm going to ban them again. So stop. I'm going to ban the word 6-7 from this fucking chat. Anyway, here we go. I've got a... Okay, here we go, class. Okay, cool. You guys can read this article fine, right? I think so. True Americans know that America is built on diversity and freedom for all. History is starting to repeat itself a little too close for comfort. Of course, yeah, America... The only reason America is able to function today, and the only reason people look back fondly on the 90s, the only reason 90s was a good time is because the boomers of today that are no longer working worked in the 90s, right? They were... That was like the generation of peace. Whereas now, all of those people are in care and are paying for said care, and they're not working anymore. So the only way that the only way that the USA gets enough work to function is via immigration. Without immigration, everything in your fucking country goes up by about 4 times the price that it is now. And I'm sure you don't want that. In fact, ICE has already had to suspend forced immigration in hospitals and such because you were losing too many nurses for a second there. I think they've gone back to it now. But because there were so many immigrants who were nurses, the waiting list just went way higher. That's why this ICE shit isn't going to work, by the way. Oh, look at this fucking dumbass. Why do you even care if you don't live in America, dude? Do I maybe have family in America? Even if I didn't have family in America, how about you go fuck yourself? America is the most influential country in the West, at least, in the world, probably. Like, what happens in America directly influences every other country on the fucking planet, especially this one. Who asked why Danky cares? The list includes basic human empathy. I mean, if I care, if you watch me, if you watch my commentary videos on petty American TikTok drama, and I'm allowed to care about that, why can't I care about fucking fascism in America and Nazism? Doesn't make any sense, man. It's just because you don't like me talking about it. You fucking pleb. Alright, anyway. ICE doesn't even have the authority to do vehicle stops, or any other Brit would say they don't care. Well, any Brit who's a fucking moron would say they don't care. Anyway, I'm going to stop responding to you because you suck. Here we go. I'm going to read directly from this article here. What legal authority does ICE have to conduct vehicle stops? And this is an article from Borderless, who has spoken to many legal experts. So this is not coming from me. It comes from mainly a law professor known as Cesar Garcia Hernandez, who says that ICE functions as a federal law enforcement agency with specific authority to enforce U.S. immigration laws within the country's interior. Unlike local police officers, federal immigration agents cannot conduct stops based solely on traffic violations. Here we go, what else? I'm going to stop a little bit because I want to see the chat as well. People caring about the health and safety of others is not a problem. Thank you for spreading awareness. I mean, everyone knew about this. It's just for people who... Maybe that 2% by the end of this, if I can change any of their minds, it'll all be fucking worth it. But I would like it if more people spoke up about this, even people who don't like talking about politics, because good people need to start talking about it. Otherwise, it'll just keep happening. Okay. They don't get to just go about stopping and demanding answers of whoever they happen to come across. According to... Yeah, here we go. Obtain a warrant supported by probable cause. Point is, they can't do traffic stops. They're not the fucking police. So the whole incident that this was based off of was them doing a search, one of their normal fucking conducts. And Renee Good was parked parallel to, or perpendicular rather, to the curbs. In an attempt to, I guess, disturb their investigation, make it harder for them to pass through. The official process for ICE, if they want to prevent that... Hang on, thank you very much for the $20, Mary. The official process for ICE, if they want to prevent that, is to actually call the police, because the police are the only people who can enforce traffic stops for people who aren't immigrants, which these two people, these two lesbians, were clearly not immigrants. So ICE have no legal authority over them necessarily. And they're also not the police, so everyone calling them the police are not even fucking worth listening to, really. Aggravating the authorities. She should have been at home with her kids, you idiots. Okay, here we go. Amy the problem child. We got one fucking dumbass in there. She should have been at home with her kids, you idiots. Aggravating the authorities. People are allowed to aggravate ICE because ICE is trying to rip people... If she has the privilege to be at home with her kids, everyone, all of these immigrants, many of which are legal, by the way, don't have the privilege to be at home with their kids, or at least they won't have that privilege soon because they're going to get their fucking doors knocked on by these agents, and there's a chance they get taken away without due process. You know, no jury, no nothing. They get taken based off the color of their skin and fucked off to a cell in Sudan somewhere, and then die in detainment, a lot of them. You know, if someone feels strongly enough to try and make their job harder in person, then more power to them. Especially if it's a white woman who's sort of, I guess, in their mind, trying to use their white privilege to make their jobs harder because they're a lot less likely to be killed. Although it seems though white women don't even have that fucking privilege anymore. You know, maybe it's because they were gay. Maybe it's because they're a woman. Maybe it's because the bloke got his fucking feelings hurt, which we'll get into later. People have tried calling detention centers to ask questions, and either the employees don't know what's happening in their own department, or they do know and just don't want to say because it's that inhumane. Again, a bunch of these people have died in detainment. Like, this is not the only murder that has happened just recently. 9 days before Renee was killed, Keith Porter Jr. was killed by ICE as well for celebrating New Year's Eve. He shot a couple gunshots into the sky. Sure, scared some people, 100%. He deserves to be chastised for it, but an off-duty ICE member broke into his flat and without identifying themselves, shot him dead. And he wasn't talked about. Partially because there was no video, partially because the circumstances were a little more hazy legally, and partially because he's a black man. But he's also someone whose name should be remembered, rather. Yeah, ICE have been doing some fucking horrible shit. There's videos of it everywhere. Like, they're just walking through and pushing people like they're in Assassin's Creed. They're on this huge fucking power trip. Like, they feel as though they're the victims here. They have to go to work every day and be shouted at, and they feel like they're victims because of it. It's ridiculous. Anyway, we'll get into the actual video now because I have found a fucking amazing compendium that sort of merges every angle that we have of the murder. And it has timed it all perfectly. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, here it is. I've got it here. As a trans American, I'm genuinely so scared to live here still. My grandparents were immigrants, and I've been scared of ICE. See, yeah, I mean, I feel like anyone, everyone who knows what they're talking about should be is scared to live in America. Unless you agree completely with everything that Trump is doing, they now have reason to kill you and be granted absolute immunity by the president and J.D. Vance. At least Amy has an accurate username. She is both a problem and a child. Facts. What does Trump have to say about this? Well, we'll get into that. Don't you guys worry. People are typing 5 now. You're not. That person's. Cataline Levis is clearly not caught up with the live. Sorry, guys. I've got really dry mouth. I don't go live often, so it's actually dead nerve-wracking. As someone who lives in America, we are very scared. Yeah, I don't fucking blame you. I don't blame you. What happens during the World Cup when people from all over the world are prancing about? What the fuck is ICE going to do there? Now, before we move on, because I want to talk about all this shit, but I want to actually go over the video first. For everyone who thinks that legally the guy is in the clear, the sad thing is, legally he is in the clear because they're fucking granting him immunity and not allowing the courts the correct evidence. Like, they're not giving them access to the vehicle, they're not giving them access to the firearm. That's Gestapo shit. That is Gestapo shit. Can anyone in the chat name one difference between this murder and a murder by the Gestapo in Nazi Germany? If anyone can name one fucking difference, I will be shocked. There isn't one. There's not one difference. It's a murder by some form of it's a Fed. It's a Fed unjustly shooting someone because they disagree with the people in power, and they're being granted immunity. It's not a fair trial. There's no difference. This is Gestapo shit, and this is why when people use words like Nazi and fascist, they're not exaggerating. What do you think of Amber Lynn Reid working for Keemstar in the LOLCAL universe? Okay, thank you for the $20, but like, fucking talk about off topic. I'm sorry, I appreciate the cash, but we're not going to talk about that right now. They are literally planning to go door to door. Yeah, you know that sort of hypothetical question of would you hide a Jew in your basement? It might not be a hypothetical much longer. I say might, it won't be a hypothetical much longer. The difference is we should know better by now. Yeah, well, history repeats itself, unfortunately. I do want to say here, to be fair, that I do believe this will stop. I do think America will eventually find its way out of fascism. The only constant in the world is change, so things will change. And people like Charlie Kirk will just be remembered as one of the many fascist propagandists in a matter of years. And it will happen in our lifetimes as well. So there will be a light at the end of the tunnel. Although it'll probably get worse again too. But as the years go by, as the decades go by, things do ultimately tend to sway in a better direction. So I'm not completely apocalyptic, especially because this ICE shit won't work. Getting rid of the immigrants is a horrible idea on all fronts. And it will have horrible effects on the American economy and the prices of things. Yeah, I've not seen one difference, by the way, between Gestapo and this murder. But if anyone can name one, I'm still open to hearing it. They're already doing it. Yeah, that doesn't fucking surprise me. They're literally going up to people and asking for their IDs. So like, it's almost like people literally have to. if you're an immigrant, you need to walk around your neighborhood with your ID and immigration papers, otherwise there's a chance you get fucking detained for not immediately being able to show them. There are cases of that, man. Isn't Scotland paying people to move over there? I'm not too sure about that. Scotland is not perfect by any means in terms of the places they give their money to. Do you know how offensive that would be to a Holocaust survivor? Use our experts in offense. No, I don't know how offensive that would be. Please enlighten me. Please enlighten me. I would love to know. Amy, tell me how offensive it would be. I know I have white privilege due to my fair skin and lack of an accent, but I have family here in America who don't have that. My great-grandparents on my dad's side immigrated here from Mexico. Well, use your white skin to fucking protest and make a stink about it all, man. Use your First Amendment right, which should be being respected, to make a stink about this, you know? Black people are fucking... They've made their voices heard for long enough now, and their lives are a lot more in danger if they go out. They can sit on their fucking sofas if they want to. Don't get me wrong, if you're black and American and you still want to protest, more power to you. But don't feel bad if you don't, you know? I do feel as though Amy is just attention-seeking. I'm not going to respond if it's not worth responding to. The biggest difference between Gestapo and ICE is that the Gestapo didn't cover their faces like those un-American cowards. The rest, you know what? That's very true. Gestapo didn't cover their faces, at least. That's unreal. That's fucking insane. It's ridiculous. I need water, man. My mouth goes dry so quick. I'm not banning Amy. I can't ban people who disagree with us. The whole point is that... The whole point of this stream is hopefully to change some minds, or people who are on the fence. Maybe give them a bit of the truth. Anyway. Tanky... Alright. We're gonna stop. We're actually gonna watch the fucking video now. This is a compendium here. Ice Shooting of Renee Good by Jonathan Ross. 11 synced videos, multiple angles, 4K. It's unreal. What makes you think the US is going to get out? Because the only constant in the world is change. There's no chance that it stays like this forever. It's fucking terrifying that we're only 1 year into Trump's presidency. But Trump does have... he has 3 years left, and then everything is done, hopefully. Because if America has learned anything by the time Trump is done, there is no way the Republicans win the next election. Although I said that last time. Like, I can't believe he's on a second fucking term after what he did the first time. It's ridiculous. But I think, but the only constant in the world is change. It won't get worse and worse and worse and worse. I do believe the right will not be re-elected for a long time, assuming Trump doesn't become a dictator. Yeah, I don't think... I mean, he's already tried the dictatorship. He tried the fucking insurrection on Jan 6th, and it went... You know what? I'd say it went horribly for him, but the fact that he's not been impeached because of it is criminal. It's fucking criminal. It's criminal. I cannot believe American politics. I can't. I fucking can't. I actually can't believe it's real. Like, he sat there and watched as 16 people died on his orders, essentially, and then waited until he was back down kicking and screaming until he said to keep, you know what, it's not about Jan 6th. This is not about Jan 6th. It's about the murder of Renee Good. Let's watch this video. All right, we got one more donation. I am white, but my little brothers are Guatemalan American, and every day I'm so scared for them in school and worried ICE will hurt my baby brothers. That's the world we're in right now, man. Okay, let's have a look at this video. Let's actually have a look at it. I've read the title out already, so hopefully you know what we're getting into here. Here we go. Audio's okay. No, let me up the audio so you can actually hear it. Thank you for the $2, Tranquility. So this is what started everything. This is Renee Good's SUV. and it's parked perpendicular to the curbs, or not parked, but it's stopped there. It's stationary there in an attempt to make ICE's job harder. As you will see in this video, though, it's not even a real disruption. People are literally driving past it. People who aren't. The video's a little cropped. Oh, is it? No, it's not. That's the full camera footage that CNN released. What's that loud noise? It's video's teeny in the corner. No. This is a compendium, so I'll skip here. It's a bunch of different footages put together. And they're all in different places because it wants us to see different parts of the video or different angles of the video at the same time. It's not a bad layout. It's actually fucking really useful. Anyway, that's my opinion, Danky. I love your vids. I don't like you, Amy. But if you want to watch this and... Look, if I don't change your mind by the end of this, then I would love... I will fucking call you on stream right now, and I would love to hear your opinion. I might not do that, but I might. We'll see what happens, isn't it? Anyway. Here we go. This is some stuff that people haven't seen. Just the sort of beginning of it all. Cheeky fuck, I won't watch any more then. You won't be missed. Well, like the fact that you actually enjoy my content is actually worrying slightly. I don't like when fascists enjoy my content, you know? I would prefer... I'm actually quite proud of the people who don't like me. You know? If you want to stay and see how you're wrong, you're more than welcome to. Because if you change your mind, I'll respect it, unironically. Because I don't know if you're misinformed or just horrible. Although if you're misinformed, it really isn't a fucking excuse. Because don't talk about it then. Lesbian Latino here. I think that says Latino. My glasses aren't on. If you're a white queer person, imagine how us... sorry, my fucking... Free Palestine, free Sudan, free Congo. Absolutely. You know what? I might get my glasses. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Alright, we're back. Specky Jarbo is here. Fucking hell, these glasses are huge. I didn't realize how big they were. I've never actually worn these before. I just got these. Oh man, I feel like I'm seeing things in 4K now. I am specky. I am actually very specky, but I hate wearing these because I look like such a fucking little geek in them. Okay. Here we go. Sorry. Amy, pivoting won't help you. No, it's fine. I don't mind if people who disagree are in the chat. That's a good thing. Like, if everyone in the chat agrees with me, I'm not really achieving anything, you know? I'm trying to educate people here. All right, here we go. Whoopsie. Let me get the reaction cam up. Here we go, class. Here we go, look, there are literally, so you can see here, there are literally cars driving past Renee Good's SUV. The only reason why ICE's SUV was over here is because cars are able to pass Good's SUV. So it wasn't really disrupting whatever the fuck they were doing. They could have just ignored it, but their feelings were hurt. I do need a slimmer frame, you're right. You're right, I do need a slimmer frame. Sorry. I know I shouldn't be talking about these both things at the same time. What's the video called so we can share it, please? I will show you at the end. It's zoomed in just a bit. It's not zoomed in. It's, you know what, maybe I can... No, I can't. Okay, sorry about that. Here we go. Look, look, all the cars are passing the SUV. I'm taking these shits off. Takes a while here. The reason people are recording is because people know there's an ice raid going on. You can hear the whistles as well. So everyone's got their phone out to record, which is great, by the way. This is the great thing about the internet, is that shit like this is being recorded. Because if it wasn't being recorded, no one would know about it. Like shit like this would just be allowed to happen. Phones are more dangerous than guns in this day and age. Here we go. This is Jonathan Ross, the murderer's SUV, which has literally just driven right past Renee Good. They could just drive past her. They could just drive right through her if they cared so much about their stupid mission. They could just drive through her. They have no authority and no reason to sit there and actually talk to Renee Good or Renee Good's wife. Because they're not the police and they can't do traffic stops. I'll move my cam here because I want you to see the point of view of Jonathan Ross, which is this this screen here. Even with multiple views of this, people still say she was trying to hit him with the car, which no, she wasn't. Yeah, well, there's undeniable proof of that here. Don't worry. Alright guys, can we stop acknowledging Amy, please? Amy, you can stay if you want, but everyone stop talking about her. We're talking about the video here, not a fucking... Not someone in chat. I'm being serious, by the way, ignore it.
That's okay, we don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen. Get the fuck out of our neighborhood. You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch.
Okay, here we go. Look.
Talk to us later.
You can see here.
U.S. citizen. Get the fuck out of our neighborhood.
Alright, this is where it gets important. So Renee's wife tells Ross to get the fuck out of the neighborhood or whatever, and Ross is very obviously, you can see from all the footage here, that's Ross there. You can see where my mouse is pointed, that's him right there, on the way back to his SUV. He's going back to his SUV, and this is his hand here. He's switching the phone from his right hand to his left hand, his non-dominant hand, because the recording is over. He's done with it, he got what he wanted, he's recorded everything, and he's done. So he's heading back to his car to, I don't know, get in and fuck off, because what the fuck was the point of this? I'm not sure what he was doing, but he was definitely heading back to his car. But look at this, he's literally a leg in his car right there. He's about to get in his fucking car, he switches his phone over to free up his dominant hand, maybe so he can drive or something. At this point, he's basically in the car. But then he gets called Big Boy. He gets called Big Boy by Renee's wife, whose name I don't remember. I'm so sorry about that. And the second he gets called Big Boy, he steps out of his car and starts walking towards Renee's. That's what spurred it on. There's nothing else that happens here that could be a reason for him to get back out the car. If any of you disagree with me or are seeing something else, then let me know. But I'll play it again. That's what causes it. That's him here.
You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Okay.
And then he comes out. And here he is. Then he gets in front of the car. He got triggered. He got called big boy. A woman talked back to him, so he killed her wife. That's the fucking level we're on now. If you're an immigrant, or you call someone big boy, that gives them the authority to kill you and be granted complete immunity by the government. That's it. That's all it is, man. If she didn't call Ross big boy, Renee would still be alive right now. You know how fucking crazy that is? You know how crazy that is? Becca. Okay, cool. The killing is shown. I'm obviously gonna have to censor some things. I mean, it is complete Gestapo activity. Complete Gestapo activity. Of course, it's not her fault. I'm just trying to explain what caused it all. Of course, it's not her fault. I'm not blaming her at all. And then, you know, it's so funny as well. They call the left emotional. The left are the emotional fucking wrecks, while the right are logical. Meanwhile, literally murdering people for calling them big boy. She said, go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Oh man, imagine if she was black. They would have both died. I wonder if Renee was a man, if he would have reacted the same way. Honestly, who fucking knows? Because most people would have thought, oh, white women, it'll be fine, they're safe. But who really knows now? I'm getting some comments here saying the left are overly emotional. But, like, the right are so emotional that getting called big boy fucking is a death warrant now. It's ridiculous. That's why he came out of the car. Anyway, let's actually look at the moment here. Okay. Look at this. Look at this agent here. They're saying, get out the car. Well, this is another thing. We're hearing, get out the car, get out the fucking car. Some agents are just saying, get out, though. So there are some conflicting messages because get out could just mean drive away. Get out the car obviously means get out the car. But these people are stressed. Sorry, my girl's walked in. What's up? No, now's not the time. I'm sorry. The cat's crying at the door. Now's not the... I'm sorry. In a bit. Okay. So this bloke here, I don't know his fucking name, but he starts pulling the door open, which you're not fucking allowed to do. The car is not in the way of anything. They can literally drive right past it. The ICE are also not the police. They're not able to enforce traffic laws like this unless they're enforcing immigration law, and it's like an immigrant in that car who's breaking the law or some shit, which these people clearly aren't. But this bloke thinks he has the right. No, but this is the point we're at. In a democratic country, in a country that's meant to be like America, you go to the car, you knock on people's doors, and you have a conversation with them, like you're pulling them over. You've never seen someone get pulled over and then their fucking door forced open by a police officer. It's always, wind your fucking window down, let's have a chat. But this bloke right here starts pulling on the door because all these ICE videos are on a fucking power trip. They're on a fucking power trip. And then look at this, by the way. He reaches his arm inside of the car. His left arm is inside the car. But it's not bent or anything. He's not opening the car. His arm is on the steering wheel. There's nowhere else his arm could be. It's on the steering wheel. Maybe it's, I don't know, trying to get the key out the ignition, but it does look as though the arm is on the steering wheel. It's definitely not opening the door from the inside. I wish I could zoom in. Can I zoom in? I wish I could. No, I can't. I wish I could. But if any of you have any conflicting ideas, you can see it though. And then look here. Renee isn't even looking at the ICE agent, by the way. She looks to her left. She's looking to her left there, because obviously she's trying to fucking reverse and drive away, which is exactly what ICE wants her to do. They want her to drive away. So the fact that she got fucking punished for it. And then look at what she does with the steering wheel. It's... You see the steer? This is on Ross's fucking camera. I'll slow it down for yous. She could not be steering more to the right. There. She could not be steering more to the right. She's steering to the right. And then you've got Ross, so you can see in the video, the ignition is revving. She's turning the fucking steering wheel to the right. You'd have to be a fucking idiot to not just, I don't know, take a step to the right and avoid the car completely. He wanted to be in line with the car so that he had an excuse to shoot her. And it's not even a fucking good excuse, man. It's not even a fucking good excuse. A woman talked back to him, so he killed her wife. And why were ICE here to begin with, by the way? ICE are here because there is a dual language school in this area, and people are scared that they're going to go into the school and get rid of, like, kids' parents and shit. There's a dual language school here. So, Renee Good obstructing their, I guess, their demonstration is completely justifiable, and there is a rhyme and reason for it. It's very obviously a two-point turn. He would have known that she was coming. It's the most obvious fucking thing in the world. Even if he didn't know it was going at 0 miles per hour, it wouldn't have fucking hurt him unless he literally stood still. The wheels are turned all the way to the right, and if they weren't, it's this fucking idiot's fault for turning the steering wheel from outside the car. Also, Ross is holding his phone the entire time. I don't know about you, but when I feel as though my life is in danger, I tend to stop fucking recording. I'd like to see where in the documents or where in the training they allow ICE agents to hold their phone and shoot people at the exact fucking time. Play the clip. Why do you pause every 3 seconds? Because I'm trying to point out little things here that some people haven't noticed. That's the first shot there. And then now look where he is. The first shot hits the windshield. We don't know which shot was the one that killed her. But you can clearly see he's out of the way here. But here's the thing. For people who say this is in self-defense, that would mean, if this is not excessive force, that means you're saying if he did not shoot her dead, then Ross would have died. There is no one on the fucking planet who in good faith can say, oh, John Ross would be dead if he didn't shoot Renee Good. Because that's not what was happening here. I could talk about this one frame for fucking hours, man. Sorry about that. Stimming. And he's recording the whole time, of course, because fucking course he is. It's so interesting that his perspective was released as well. That means they thought this, like, exonerated him. Because they wouldn't have put it out otherwise. Also, shooting her makes this more dangerous. I'll let it all play out. Fuck it. You know what? I'll let it all play out, and then I'll show you. The smaller details. There you go. That's all you need to see. Fucking whatever. I'll play the rest later. Now, shooting her makes this more dangerous. She now has no control over the vehicle. What if there's a pedestrian in front of the car and now they get hit? What if there was someone in the car that her SUV has now hit because she's dead in the car and slamming the fucking pedals? John Ross actively made the situation worse, more dangerous for both him, ICE, and pedestrians because he got called fat. The only way this is justified is if his life was in danger and shooting the person in the car would then make his life not in danger. But even if the car was moving at 60 miles per hour, shooting the person inside it isn't gonna fucking save you. There is no justifying this. There's no justifying this. None. Both legally and morally. People who say, oh, morally it was bad, it was tragic, but legally he's in the clear. Go fuck yourself, you fucking idiot. You're so dumb, it's unbelievable. It's so obvious that she wasn't trying to hit him with the car. People are saying, yeah, I mean, it couldn't be more obvious. It literally could not be more obvious. You have to be lying to say that you think that's what's going on here. And of course she didn't run him over. The guy's totally fine. He literally walks over to the car, admires his work, admires the fucking corpse he's created, and then fucks off like a pussy. He doesn't even stay. He fucks off. And they say he went hospital. So that's a fucking load of shit, man. He was totally fine. There's no way that did anything. Car comes at you 1 mile per hour and then you shoot them dead. That's fuck all. He actively made the situation worse. And by the way, people are bringing up that 6 months ago he was genuinely hurt by a moving car or anything. All the more reason why he should know the dangers of standing in front of a fucking car. He can't have been that traumatized if he was stood in front of a revving engine with his phone camera out. How traumatized could he possibly be? Also, he's an officer. Surely, like, in the training, the whole point is keep fucking calm. Don't kill people if you don't have to. And they didn't allow ambulance. And by the way, he goes up to her, doesn't apply CPR or anything, which there's no way ICE agents don't all know CPR. That has to be part of the training. You need to fucking know it. And they just leave her there. They leave her there to bleed out. They leave her for fucking dead. No one goes over to her. Like, fair enough. If you think, no, not fair enough, but if you genuinely believe that this was self-defense, it's not self-defense anymore. She is no longer a danger when she's been shot 3 fucking times. So at that point, you are legally obligated to do your CPR, try and fucking help her, and give her medical attention. They don't do that. He walks up to her and then fucks off. And then she's ignored. And apparently witnesses say that ambulances on scene were being blocked by traffic. Like, actually blocked. Not fucking Renee Good's SUV blocked. I mean, genuinely blocked. And then there's video of a physician trying to give aid, and they're completely fucking denied. And the ICE officer lies about, we have our own medics on scene, and then they zoom in to the fucking corpse in the car, receiving no medical attention. Don't get me wrong, I don't think a doctor would have helped, but they don't even try. They don't even try. Jonathan Ross is getting more medical attention for being grazed by a 1 mile per hour car than she is for being shot 3 fucking times. Surely officers know that after you kill someone, you stay on scene because it's now a crime scene. To be fair, I guess that's permission now, because he's been granted immunity. So if you're a murderer and you kill someone, you can fuck off and you can't be blamed for it, you know? You can just fuck off. Fuck off. There's no reason to stay. Even the police don't do it. They're not police. I shouldn't say that. There's a fucking slip there. They're not police. I need to try not to do that because then fuck it, they're not even close. They're not even close. Anything else in this video? Yeah, I mean, you can see here, if there's someone in that car, they're dead. Or they're injured at least. At the very least, they're being injured. Some complete innocent. If you let Renee Good go, there'd be no property damage, no damage would have been done, they would have just gone and been fine. You know, they're not illegal immigrants. Not that that would make this any better. I think I could move myself back now. Alright, give me a sec, guys. Of course there's no confirmation about the fucking internal bleeding. He's not internally bleeding, it's bullshit. Alright, sorry guys, I need a wee. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. My bad. I needed a wee. We're live. Sorry about that, guys. How many viewers have I lost by doing that? No one. Wow, you guys are fucking loyal. Appreciate that. Again. Okay. Did you wash your hands? Alright. Yes. One sec. Just need to drink water now. I washed my hands. Go fuck yourself, guys. Is Amy still here? Amy, can you tell us what you think about what you just seen, or anything that we've just explained or said? Have we changed your mind? Well, I say that it's impossible to change people's minds. Like, one of the things that came out when this all happened, I was thinking, well, at least maybe now, some people's minds will be changed if they're right wing or support ICE. But then I started to think, like, no, I genuinely believe that anyone who supports ICE won't have changed their minds based on, I didn't hear any water. Sorry, I know this is off topic, but like, did you hear me pissing? I wasn't here. My toilet isn't like here. It's in my bedroom, which is a few rooms over. Why am I defending myself so much? Shut up, guys. Shut up. That's not what this video is about. No, I think Amy's gone. Yeah, I think Amy's gone. Okay, that's a shame. Let me see if she messaged me for that chat. Check my Instagram. No, she hasn't. Just checking. Amy made jokes about her pronouns and left 5 minutes ago. Okay, fair enough. All right. Let me see if there's anything else. I can't show the rest of this video because it shows the corpse. But let me see if there's anything else worth showing you guys or talking about. We can get onto more jovial stuff and start talking, like, you know, joke stuff and casual after we talk about all this. But I do want to get through this first, if that's okay with you guys. No. Okay. That's pretty much all I have to show you about the video, but if I forget something... I did take notes, actually. So if there's anything here... Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Several agents, including the one who opened fire, got in their vehicles and drove off, altering an active crime scene. Which, as fucking federal officers, you'd think they would know. Well, here's the thing. They do know that they shouldn't do that, which is exactly why they're doing it, because they want to make it harder to be convicted. Like, they know exactly how to avoid accountability, because they see criminals do it all the fucking time. They just want, and then they are criminals now. They are criminals. They're just criminals who don't get prosecuted because they're genuine Gestapo. What else have we got here? Oh, I want to talk about this as well, by the way. Can you watch some videos of the protest? We might get to that later. I want to show you guys about this. Have any of you guys seen this fake criminal record that's been going around of Renee Good? Ah, okay, I can change it now. There you go. Okay, I found out how to zoom in if I need to do it again. But this fake criminal record's been running the waters. People have been talking about it, and we're gonna start actually looking at like some influencers and some TikTokers and some YouTubers who have brought this fake criminal record up, and some bullshit about Renee and her wife and how they put out cigarettes on their daughters' arms and shit, and that's why they don't have custody of their children. But you can see here, Good Nicole Renee, age 44. She wasn't 44. She was 37. This is completely fake. Completely fake. The name isn't even spelt right. The name isn't even spelt right. But this went huge, and of course the right ate it up. They ate it up because of course they did. I mean, who is even surprised? We'll get into more coverage of that later. That's just me. Okay, one sec. There you go. I'm back. Scary that Trump supporters idolize him. Thank you very much for the $10. Such an extreme that they can't realize this is abuse of power. To flee the scene and not register age is disgusting. Open your eyes, please. Well, this is the thing that annoys me, though, is that Trump doesn't actually fucking care about immigration either. I don't know if you guys are aware of the bipartisan bill that Biden was advocating for, but in February of 2024, both Democratic and Republican senators worked on this agreement that was soon to become law because Biden was supporting it publicly, and the votes were coming in, and it would give them new powers to control the border and rapidly deport many people from crossing illegally, including stricter asylum rules and expanded detention capacity. I've got it here as well. I'll share my screen just so that you guys can read off of. Okay, let me move myself. Okay, there we go. I'm here. You can read if you want. I'm just going to read off my notes. I don't want to read this whole thing word for word. But essentially, the key features of this bill was to end catch and release, which would mean migrants caught crossing illegally would be detained rather than released to wait for court dates. Speedier deportations of people who don't qualify for asylum or other protections. A border emergency authority that could trigger tighter controls, similar in effect to what Title 42 did. Hiring more border patrol and asylum officers, increasing detention space, and offering more visas for legal entry. President Biden said the bill would provide tools to reduce illegal crossings and secure the border, something that both parties said was needed. This is like the one fucking time where both the Republican and the Democratic parties were in absolute agreement of a bill that they both wanted passed at this point. Matt Walsh did a video suggest we might watch Matt Walsh's video later, to be fair. And the reason this matters is because Trump and a bunch of the Republican leaders at the time were urging fellow Republicans to not support this bill because it was an election year. And if this bill was passed, it would look too good for the Democratic Party because this bill was soon to fix many of the issues with genuine illegal immigration and dangerous people entering the country. So if it was passed, it would have been passed as a Democratic bill, and it would have looked too good for the Democrats. So because of Trump and a bunch of other fucking Republicans dismissing it and saying that, What did they call it? They called it some bullshit. They said, it must be here somewhere. What did he call it? Particularly in line with the Republicans. Can I Control F Trump, maybe? Yeah, I'm not too sure, but I'm not sure. I can't find the quote of exactly what he said, but he heavily dismissed it, and he said that it was bollocks because it would look. I mean, it was very obvious. He thought it would look too good for the Democrats. Suddenly, he managed to convince enough people to not vote for this because he needs 60 votes for it to actually become law. So unfortunate that. But that's proof that he doesn't actually give a fuck about the immigration. It's just purely a self-motivated thing. Oh, have we disconnected? Sorry, guys. Are we back? OBS is fucked again. Are we back? Let me see. I can check stream. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. Stream crashed. Okay, we're back. Okay, we're back now. I know it glitched. I think we're back now. OBS is saying it's back. We're back. Okay, cool. We're back. Yeah? Visuals are lagging. No, you're still lagging. No, we're back. You're back, but it lagged for a sec. Okay, we're good. Okay, class. Yeah, so this is the thing. This bill here that was denied by the Republicans because it would look too good on the Democrats would have prevented all these issues. We wouldn't need ICE. We wouldn't need any of these fucking deportations. Renee wouldn't be dead. Charlie Kirk probably wouldn't have been dead. Trump wouldn't have been attempted to be assassinated because those deaths, even these like the ones done by the left supposedly, even though there's no conclusive evidence of that, these would not be happen. This is what happens when you live in a fascist country. Murders happen. No audio. Oh shit. Oh fuck, why is there no audio? Oh, refresh stream for audio. Can everyone refresh the stream? Okay, I'll put it in chat. Can I pin this as well? I'm gonna pin it. Here we go, pinned. There you go, class. Everyone refresh the stream for audio. Can I pin this as well? Okay, I'm hearing it on my end, so it's definitely not an issue with me. There's just, people need to refresh. Yeah, OBS fucked again, man. Sorry about that. It's fucking horrendous. Right, now, let's actually talk about the response to it all. We'll start with Trump. Let's see what Trump had to say about it. Let me find it. Here we go. Here's Trump's tweet. Fucking hell. This is... it infuriates me just thinking of it, but here we go. One sec. Okay, cool. I have just viewed the clip of the event which took place in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's a horrible thing to watch. The woman screaming was, obviously, a professional agitator, and the woman driving the car was very disorderly, obstructing and resisting. Well, she was trying to leave, actually. She was trying to stop obstructing and stop resisting, but then more obstruction was caused because she got shot dead and the pedals were rammed. Who then violently, willfully, and viciously ran over the ICE officer who seems to have shot her in self-defense. You know it's bad when even he has to say seems. Like, he's not even saying it definitively, because even he is able to see just how wrong he is. That's insane, by the way. Because if anyone who's fucking kept up with him for any amount of time would know that that says something, the word seems there. Based on the attached clip, it is hard to believe he is alive. I don't even know what I need to fucking say to that. But is now recovering in the hospital. Complete bullshit. He was never in the hospital. And if he was, it was for PR reasons only. The situation is being studied in its entirety, but the reason these incidents are happening is because the radical left is threatening, assaulting, and targeting our law enforcement officers and ICE agents on a daily basis. They are just trying to do the job of making America safe. He does this a lot. He blames the left for a lot of violence or whatever. But the truth is, if you maybe said... This is what I do not want to hear, by the way. Any leftist on the fucking planet apologize on behalf of potential leftists who are doing damage to people. Or I don't know, even murdering people. Like, if it really was a leftist who killed Charlie Kirk, I don't want to hear any fucking leftists online condemn the murderer. Not because it was a good thing that was done. Obviously, it shouldn't have happened. But if you're being pressed by some fucking journalist being like, oh, do you condemn? Do you condemn? If Trump can't even condemn the murder of Melissa Hortman, for example, then why should random influencers be forced to condemn the murder of Charlie Kirk? You know? Any other president would say, we need to be more peaceful. Both sides need to be more peaceful. Trump is actively telling the right to fight. He's telling his sides to fight. He's saying that he despises the left, that they're violent, and that we need to take our country back. We need to fight them. The left has no option but to fight back if you promote violence from the right. Because the left can't just sit there and take it. That's not how fighting works. You can't just sit there and let yourself get beat up. You kind of need to throw a punch back. If you're being bullied and you fight back, that doesn't make you worse than the fucking bully. 6 of the 10 largest protests in US history have been under Donald Trump. If you look at the last couple decades in US history, it's very fucking obvious which side is more violent. And anyone who says that it's the left is delusional. All they have is the murder of Charlie Kirk, which that is not even definitive evidence that Tyler Robinson was a leftist. Earlier last year, Melissa Hortman and her husband were killed by a conservative shooter. That is double the death count and not even half the media coverage. Who killed Renee Good? Who killed the 16 people who died during January 6th? Oh, we got Stoner Sloth 14 unsubscribing because I'm on the side of Renee. I'd love to hear before you leave. I'd love to hear why you think the ICE shooting was justified. I would love to hear it. If you want, message me on Instagram, pal, and I might get you on a call if I feel like it. Why are you covering politics? I'll say it again, because if good, normal, educated people don't talk about politics, even if they don't like doing it, we leave room for bad, horrible, evil, selfish, uneducated people to talk about politics for us. And then people like Donald Trump get elected, and then people like Renee Good get murdered in broad daylight. Politics needs to be talked about. You know? At least in my opinion. Sorry. Let me see what else I've got here. There was some other stuff that I wanted to cover. Oh, fuck. I've just seen what else is on the list. Here we go. J.D. Vance's response. This is even worse, by the way. He's just mini Donald Trump, to be honest. Let's see the first one. Correct. You can accept this woman's death is a tragedy while acknowledging it's a tragedy of her own making. Don't illegally interfere in federal law enforcement operations and try to run over officers with your car. It's really that simple. Hang on. I'll read this donation from Mean Bean 11 first. Thank you for talking about this. It's horrible to see people justify murder, and the lack of empathy and care for lives lost ruined is astounding. Love from Minneapolis. Please stay safe, everyone. Hey, more power. Thank you for the $2. D1 Bugan Joya, thank you for covering this, Mr. Jabba, you're the GOAT. Now, This whole Vance shit, G-Day Vance, or J.D. Vance, not G-Day. He's not Nigerian. Okay, so this is another thing that we're hearing constantly. Tragic, but justified. Which, by the way, tragic but justified is that's when shit gets really worrying, by the way. Because once again, that is the exact wording that was used during Nazi Germany for murders that were carried out by the Gestapo. Tragic, but justified. It was and that's why they didn't hold trial for any of the murderers. And that was it. Like, this is the only difference between ICE and the Gestapo, is that ICE potentially are going to be taken to court and punished. John Ross will be punished. However, that is in jeopardy now because J.D. Vance has promised him absolute immunity. So now there is literally no difference between ICE and the Gestapo. Anyone who is on the right who thinks that comparing the right to Nazis is hyperbolic or irresponsible, I would love to hear what you disagree with regarding what the Gestapo did that ICE aren't doing themselves, because there's nothing. People want to know what the Gestapo is. Gestapo was the secret police during Nazi Germany. They would knock on people's doors and they would murder people who disagreed with them, such as socialists or communists, or people who disagreed with anything that Hitler was trying to promote, as well as minorities, of course. Don't forget Keith Porter. Don't worry, we've mentioned Keith Porter on this stream. Oh, shit, sorry, dropped the mic. Here we go, $10. I think Trump is trying to aggravate things to a point so he can use it to declare martial law and suspend the elections. I'm afraid he's going to try and retain power for as long as he can. I think he'll be done after the 4 years. He's already tried to retain power. It didn't fucking work out for him, but people still are on his side for some reason. Even though he literally tried to start an insurrection and kill Mike Pence, and did end up killing 16 police officers, like actual police officers, and then in the indictment admitted that he sat in his room and watched the whole thing go down for hours on end before finally calling it off when he realized there was nothing he could do about it. And he stoked it on himself. Like, the blood of those 16 victims are on his hands, and the hundreds who were injured, that's completely on Trump's hands. People never acknowledge that, though, by the way. Fucking Jan 6th. I think ICE is valid when given due process to the victims with a fair trial. I don't even want to say ICE is valid because that legitimizes them as a service. The fact is, if there are even some people being shipped off with no due process or murdered like this, ICE is not valid. If they were doing what they said they would be doing, which was getting rid of murderers and rapists, then yeah, they would be valid. But I think we all know that's not what they're doing. They're here to fill quotas. I don't know if you guys know this, but ICE literally have quotas to fill. These quotas are set by Donald Trump, who has fired ICE members in the past for not filling said quotas. So these ICE members have every reason in the world to go to places that are completely safe, where murderers and rapists won't be, just to find people who are of a different skin color and ship them off without due process because they want to up the numbers on their quotas. That's why there's no due process. That's why they're so fucking ruthless. They don't want to lose their job. And they're also fucking assholes, obviously. But that's why, like, the whole thing of these ICE agents are getting rid of rapists and murderers. No, they're not. Rapists and murderers are hard to find. These ICE agents are going to churches. They are going to schools. You don't find murderers and rapists in schools and churches. You find immigrants. You find conservative Christians who would be voting Republican, by the way, if you weren't getting rid of all their fucking friends. Because they have quotas to fill. Get rid of the fucking quotas, you idiots. It does nothing. It does nothing for you. All it does is increase the likelihood that the rapists and murderers stay and the innocent ones who are actually providing for your country go. They're getting rid of doctors and engineers and fucking priests, mate. And churchgoers, and farmers mainly. That's the thing, they go to California, a lot of these immigrants. They go from Mexico to California because California has a lot of farmland, and it's very easy to exploit farmers for very low pay. And these are seasonal jobs where they're constantly being moved around season to season. They don't have a place to stay in, and they can't use the police. They can't call the police on people. They don't have workers' rights. They don't have labor rights because they're not technically American citizens, because America has invited them over by allowing them to work in these farms for low pay. That's why the actual process of legally immigrating into America from Mexico is so arduous and long. They don't want them to actually emigrate legally. They want them there illegally so that they can get away with paying them fuck all. For horrible jobs where they need to work all year round in the steaming hot California sun, manually bending over, picking up crops, and walking half a mile across a fucking cornfield. It's not far off of slavery, it really isn't. It's not far off. It really isn't far off. So you can thank your cheap salads to that. When these immigrants are fucked off and they get actual Americans to do these jobs, who won't do those jobs, by the way. I know some Americans get offended when I say that these immigrants are doing the jobs that Americans don't want to do. Americans would do those jobs if they were paid fairly, which is completely fair enough, by the way. But they're not being paid fairly. That's why they get the fucking immigrants to do it, because they don't need to pay the immigrants fairly, because they don't have labor rights. And despite being paid fuck all, they're still being paid more than they would back in Mexico. It's all so intentional, man. It's all so evil. It's all so evil. And there's just enough plausible deniability to brainwash half the fucking country, apparently. People are surprised that I live stream. I don't do it often. I would like to do it more. I do like streaming. Right-wing extremists don't care about morals. They're already asking what's wrong with abusing a 14-year-old in regards to the Epstein relation to Trump, justifying their hate. Benefits rich folks too. Yeah, of course it is. All the billionaires in America. You got Elon Musk, who's on set to be like the world's first trillionaire or some shit. I don't know what fucking voodoo they're doing to convince people that immigrants are the reason why they can't get a job, or they don't have, or they're not fucking filthy rich. Or their salads are expensive when these people are trillionaires. Oh, by the way, guys, look at this shit. I found this. This is the most insane thing I think I've ever seen in my life, by the way. I'm just going to put it on screen. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to put it on screen. And see your reactions to it, because I feel like it'll be the same as mine. Have a look at this. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to let you guys watch. You seeing this? It was 500,000 earlier today, by the way. They raised 500,000 earlier today. In a few hours, it's gone up by 200,000. After seeing all the media BS about the domestic terrorist getting GoFundMe, I feel that the officer that was 1,000% justified in the shooting deserves to have a GoFundMe. Funds will go to help him. Help him for what? Help him for what? Also, describing Renee Good as a domestic terrorist, I don't think I need to even begin. I don't think I even need to talk about how how wrong that is and how fucking horrible that is. Hi, I wanted to share my experience as a Mexican in Minnesota right now, but the message was too long, so I sent it in Twitter DMs. You don't have to read it if you don't want to. I don't have Twitter. I'm sorry. Well, I do have Twitter, but I'm inactive completely. Instagram would be a better place if you want to. I would like to see Renee Good's GoFundMe. I want to see how much that's on. Because if this is on fucking 700,000... Actually, let's see real quick these updates. Newest update. The creator of the Give Fund has direct contact with Jonathan, so I'm in contact with him. Gave him my number, and he said he would pass it on to John himself, so I can finally add him as the beneficiary so he can get these funds he deserves. Contact has been made. Arrangements are being put in place to transfer the funds as the officer wishes. One step closer. So this guy is now set for life for murdering an innocent woman because he got his feelings hurt. He's set for life. He's made more money now than the majority of people will ever see for murdering a woman. And the worst part is these are donations. These are donations from people who think he's right. Let's see the top donations so I can show you their fucking names. Patrice J. William Ackman. I bet you anything this fucking guy's a billionaire, by the way. Let's look up William Ackman. I'm gonna guess 10 billion. Whoopsie. Oh shit, what's happening? Okay, cool, we're back. I've looked up William Ackman. Yeah, here we go, net worth, 9.4 billion. Chipotle distances itself from Bill Ackman after ICE agent donation. I guess that's a good thing. But also, he has 10 fucking billion, so who really gives a fuck? Enough of that bullshit. Let's look up Renee Goodman's GoFundMe. Or Renee Goods, not Goodman, sorry. Renee Good GoFundMe, let me find it. $1.5 million. So about double. And by the way, they stopped at 50K. They stopped at 50K. We've closed the GoFundMe. And the rest will be in funds in a trust for the family. So the rest will go to the whole family as opposed to just Becca. They were actually selfless enough to stop at 50K. They took 50... Becca took 50 fucking K. Whereas Jonathan gets 800,000. And it'll keep going up. It will keep going up. It'll probably reach 1 million. It'll probably reach 2 million. Jesse, the lip smacking is driving me insane. Sorry, I'll stop. I'm sorry. I'll try and stop. I've got a dead dry mouth. I always get nervous when I'm streaming. People are saying it's a sigh of relief. It really fucking isn't, like. That's only double. It's only, like, the fucking ICE officer got half of what Renee got. Okay, let's see more of what JD Vance had to say. This is taking a lot longer than I thought because I keep getting super sidetracked by all this bullshit. Okay, sorry about the lip smacking. I really am trying to stop. But I've got dry mouth. What else does he have to say? I want every ICE officer to know that their president, vice president, and the entire administration stands behind them. To the radicals assaulting them, doxing them, and threatening them, congratulations, we are going to work harder to enforce the law. Got Dean Withers replying here. Dean Withers has been doing amazing work on this, by the way. I do wish he was talking about the murder of Renee Good a little bit more, actually. But I do think he does a lot of good work. Anyway, we'll move on to the third tweet. I'm going to try and be a bit quicker now. Can we donate to that instead of Super Chat? Of course you can. Maybe I'll donate, maybe I'll send all the donations here to that GoFundMe. I think that could be a good place to send them. Every congressional Democrat and every Democrat who's running for president should be asked a simple question. Do you think this officer was wrong in defending his life against a deranged leftist who tried to run him over? These people are going to try to arrest our law enforcement for doing their jobs. The least the media could do could ask them about it. And you've got this video here, which perfectly shows why was the tire pointed away from him if she wanted to run him over, and why is Trump and Vance lying? Like, if she clearly did something wrong here, why would they need to lie about it this much? They wouldn't need to lie about it this much. I need to be careful, by the way, when I scroll on X because of how horrible it can be. Send message on IG, too much to type in donation. All right, no problem, and I'll have a look later. I do want to get this done. JD Vance has another tweet, which we'll look at. Sorry about that. That was fucking disgusting. My bad. All the water I'm drinking. What the press has done in lying about this innocent law enforcement officer is disgusting. You should all be ashamed of yourselves. And then what is linked here is Ross's point of view, which, as we've gone through, only makes him look worse. It only makes him look worse. Again, we're not going to scroll on X because I'm worried about X. Have we got any more JD Vance tweets? Oh, no, okay, that's it, but there are some other influences that I do want to talk about. One sec. Let me check. Dean Withers is a narcissist? I don't think so. I think he's a very intelligent kid. No, none of the people who disagree with me are messaging me to have a chat. Ross's point of view, do they think people are anesthetized? I guess that's like anesthesia in a different way. Sorry about that. How is sugar and... We'll get into that later. How thirsty... The thing is, I'm not that thirsty, but because I'm talking publicly, live, I get dead nervous and my mouth is dry. That's what happens when you public speak and you shit yourself. You get dry mouth. I'm just very good at hiding it. Which is a very... anyway. Dean can't debate all things of all time. We have to go out there and do the things. Yeah, of course. It's not his responsibility to do fucking everything. I think he's good. I think he's really good. I think he does great work. And I think he is very much overhated for his reaction to the Charlie Kirk thing, by the way. I don't think what he said was unreasonable at all. What else have we got here? There is some other stuff. What did I want to talk about exactly? Yeah, you know what? Let's do this. I'm going to look up what the Gestapo was. And we're going to see if there are any differences between what the Gestapo are doing and what ICE are doing. Here we go. We're on the United States Holocaust Encyclopedia. One sec, guys. Okay, here we go. I will share my screen. Boom. Okay, class. You can all see this, right? Whoopsie. Okay, we're good to go. Before the Nazis, I'll find, I'm not going to read the whole thing, obviously. Nazifying the political state, overcoming legal obstacles, creating the Gestapo. Here we go. The Nazi regime wanted to establish a centralized political police force that would answer directly to Nazi leadership. They had to reform the existing decentralized police system. This process took several years. It included Nazifying the entire police system. This is, I guess in today's words, the forming of ICE, which I know formed in 2003, but has only become so stringent and popular now. They're more popular now than they ever have been. The Gestapo was staffed by plainclothes policemen. Fair enough, these people are not plainclothes, but a lot of them are. The one who killed Keith Porter Jr. was an off-duty ICE officer who was in plain clothes. And did not identify themselves, by the way, before shooting and killing him, which is completely illegal. They say they identified themselves, but witnesses say that they don't. Why the fuck are people making jokes about Kirk? I think you should keep your chat respectful, Dan Kichbo. Because Kirk was a fucking stupid arsehole, mate. He's a fucking loser. Don't mean I think it was good that he died, but grow a pair of bollocks, pal. Let's have a look here. I want to see more of exactly what they would do. This might not have been the best art. Here we go. How did the Gestapo work? Oh, this is perfect. They carried out arbitrary searches and they conducted brutal interrogations. In the end, Gestapo agents held the fate of the people they arrested in their hands. This is directly congruent with what ICE is doing. They hold arbitrary searches. Renee Good was disrupting them from holding an arbitrary search right near a dual language school where people were scared because there are Spanish children in that school or Mexican children in that school. You get the idea. There are no legal limits because these ICE agents are above the law. They are granted legal immunity after murder. They conduct brutal investigations and interrogations. Absolutely, that is what ICE do. They go up to random people who are of a different skin color that isn't white, both in public, at their homes even. The home is no longer a private, safe place. It is a place where you can be broken in on by these fucking ICE agents, who will carry out arbitrary searches, who will arrest you on scene if you do not have your documents or ID directly with you, no matter where you are, whether you're working, walking about, shopping, in church of all places. You need to bring your immigration documents with you to church, otherwise you have a chance of being arrested during an ICE raid. At other times, the Gestapo receive tips from the public. I'm not sure exactly if that's happening, but it absolutely will happen. When this fucking door-to-door thing is going on. Like I said earlier, the hypothetical of would you hide a Jew in your basement isn't going to be a hypothetical much longer if things go as they are going. The Gestapo did not need a warrant to read a suspect's mail, enter a home, or listen to telephone conversations. In that video, you can see them trying to break into Renee Good's car without a warrant. I have no reason to believe they wouldn't do the same thing for houses. Gestapo officers regularly used intimidation and psychological and physical torture. Intimidation, physicality. I will show you guys some videos right now that I've saved on TikTok of them just fucking pushing people for no reason as they pass by. Here we go. Is this it? Is this it? Oh yeah, here we go. Intimidation. Have a look at this. No warrant, by the way, not one. Look at the shove, by the way. It is genuinely as though you are in fucking... Like, you know when you're Assassin's Creed and you walk past an NPC and you just barge them for no fucking reason? But it's okay because it's a video game. This isn't a fucking... He's just walking past people and shoving them. And if you want context, maybe they did something bad. It's like, no, this is the city council president who was just there to observe. And because he doesn't agree with them, that gives them the right to genuinely just physically assault him. And they don't get punished for it. And then they pass by this woman and just shove them for no reason as well because they're recording.
You have an ID on you, ma'am?
I don't need ID.
And then this is them interrogating some random on the street because they don't have their ID directly on them. You should be allowed to walk outside your neighborhood without having to carry your ID on you.
Walk around in my city. This is my
Okay,
city.
do you have
This is
some
my
ID
home.
then, please?
I don't need
If not, we're going to put you in the vehicle and we're going to ID you.
Yep, you can't go home and get your ID. You can't go home and get your documents. If you don't have your shit on you right now, you're done. And these people must be fucking terrified because there is a history of them straight up just taking people over to detainment facilities in Sudan, for example, or Mexico, and a lot of them have died in detainment. No due process for so many of them. I seen a comment here. What's with the whistles? The whistles are to warn people that ICE is in the area so they can hide. I don't know why the audio went dead quiet.
I am U.S. citizen. I am U.S. citizen.
All right, can I see an ID, please?
I am U.S. citizen.
I don't want to even see him. We are literally reliving history right now. It's so scary. I mean, absolutely. Look, obviously, a fucking Holocaust is not happening. A genocide is not happening. But what is what is undeniably true is the mechanisms that allowed such escalation and genocide to occur is being recreated in front of us. The mechanism that allowed the Holocaust to take place is being recreated. The reason why Anne Frank had to go into hiding to begin with is being recreated. Gestapo agents had the power to determine people's fates. Individual agents could choose to be lenient, they could let people go, dismiss cases, or issue warnings and fines. This is exactly what was happening in the Renee Good video. The ICE agents, I almost said Gestapo there because it's interchangeable at this point, had completely the power to determine people's fates. I know the right don't like it when we call them Nazis, but at the very least, can we say that if they lived in Germany, they would have sided with the Nazis? Because they absolutely would have. What else have we got here? Yeah, here we go as well. In the first 2 years of the Nazi regime, the Gestapo did not focus on policing Germany's Jewish population. At that time, the Gestapo's priority was policing political opponents, like Renee Good and her wife, maybe, who are on the left, who Trump and J.D. Vance constantly bash for being on the left. They point that out at every opportunity that they can. Because they're not just killing immigrants now, they're killing political opponents who aren't immigrants. That's enough of that, man. I mean, we've read what the Gestapo did. I could not find one difference between them and ICE. People are going into detention centers and not coming back. People are going into detention centers and dying without an explanation. It wouldn't surprise me if in a few years we find out this is a Holocaust. The laws and mechanisms that allowed the Holocaust to happen are happening in front of us right now. It's happening right now. It already has become one. I would not say that it's become a Holocaust yet. I do think that is hyperbolic. But it is absolutely fair to say that what allowed the Holocaust to happen is happening right now. Turning into one is fair, but I don't think it's fair to say that it is one definitively right now. Hyperbole like that is a little harmful, purely because it gives the right something to use against us. Something to say like, oh, the left is, you know, they don't know what they're fucking talking about, I guess. We have to be as reasonable as possible. Not that it fucking matters, but to them, obviously. Yeah, it's terrifying. I need more water. Sorry. Hi, Ray, by the way. Good to see you here. What else have we got? Other stuff I want to talk about as well. Like the influencers who are outing themselves as fucking Nazis. Here we go. We got this arsehole, first of all. His name is... does anyone here know who Wade Plemons is? He's a sports commentator. He does a lot of work on the Misfits stuff. Which is like the Misfits boxing stuff. If anyone's aware of that, they'll know who Wade is. This is just one of the influences that I want to talk about here. Let me head down. Jesse Plemons. I want to see what he said about this all. The influencers outing themselves as Nazis. Yeah, they would have been, because they definitely would have been Nazis back in Germany. But they are absolutely fascists. Which is a term that is being used so much that people are starting to forget what it means, but they fucking shouldn't. Okay, here we go. Let me find the initial tweets here. Here we go. Okay, here we go. You got this fucking goober, Wade Plemons. This is going to require a bit more nuance than most people are providing, but here's what I think. All right, we're about to hear the nuance from Mr. Plemons over here. The lady got spooked by the agent grabbing her door and tried to drive off. The other agent, standing in front of her car, got hit and immediately fired her. What nuance is being provided there? You're just describing what happened in the video. And that's not a justifiable thing at all. And you're ignoring everything else that happened here. Let's have a look at some of the replies. Here we go. They ran up to the car, forcefully trying to enter the car without identifying themselves, and she backs up and tries to drive off and gets shot multiple times trying to drive away. What nuance? These are federal agents, and no matter what the situation is, elevating aggressive action with officers is a terrible idea. Also, hitting the guy in front of her caused him to fire. Although it maybe can be argued she was just trying to leave, she still hit him. It maybe can be argued that she was just trying to leave. 1 second, guys. Can it maybe be argued that she was just trying to leave? Or is it it's definite that she was just trying to leave. The steering wheel was all the way to the right. The wheel itself was all the way to the right. If anything, he was trying to get hit. We've gone over this, man. This is why I wanted to go over the footage first, so that when we go over these fucking idiots, these fascists, and these fucking Nazi defenders, you would understand how dumb what they're saying is. Fucking oh, this is ridiculous. Nuanced situation, but I was taught to always comply with law enforcement to avoid things like this. It's a very easy thing to say from your privileged position. Speaking of privilege, by the way, I saw another tweet from this bloke that this is going to go a little bit off topic, but have a look at this. This guy loves Kennedy. I think Kennedy's the name of... Yeah, here we go. Robert F. Kennedy. Here we go. Breaking. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy says taxpayer dollars will no longer fund sugar and soda on SNAP. Which anyone who knows what they're talking about knows that this is grim and that Robert F. Kennedy is doing, once again, one of the worst fucking things possible. But you get a lot of people here going... I am not the reason people are buying junk food with SNAP funds that I pay into. My tax dollars are going to SNAP funding, which means I'm paying for people to use SNAP to buy sugary drinks and food. If they want that stuff, they can pay their own money. This isn't an attack on poor people, it's an attack on government programs that absolutely suck and penalize me and others for being successful. So this is what happens when when someone who has never been in a position where they need to use this service or have been poor in any way, shape, or form, talk about poor people. It's completely uneducated. Let me find... There was one comment he made that really pissed me off. Oh, fuck. Where is it? Where is this fucking comment? He says... He gives, like, a list of things that people can buy. Right, here we go. Look at this. Junk food is half the price of healthy food, and why do you care what poor people buy with their food stamps? Absolutely, junk food is so much cheaper than healthy food. He says that he pays for fucking taxes, whatever. And then he says it absolutely can be, and he breaks down how cheap food can be. 1 pound of ground beef, $7.99, chicken breast, $8.80, 12 pack of eggs, $2.99, whatever the fuck. I don't know how accurate this all is, but he says that altogether, $38 plus tax equals whatever the fuck, $230. Now, here's the thing. You can buy all these ingredients, fair enough. Now, how do you cook a chicken breast that is raw? You need a frying pan. How much is a frying pan? Rice is cheap, fair enough. How do you cook the rice? If you don't have a rice cooker, because rice cookers are pretty pricey, you need a pot. How much is a pot? And then how do you cook it? You need to turn the hob on and boil the water. How much is the gas bill? How much is the gas bill? Gas bills can get pretty fucking pricey. Ovens get really pricey. Boiling water costs a lot of money for people who don't have money. And also, cooking in general takes a lot of time for a lot of people. You know, you come back from your fucking 2 jobs that you work, because you have these food stamps, you have your 4 fucking children at home, you might not have the time to make these meals every day. You might not have the money to buy the equipment that can be used to make these meals every day. A microwavable meal, you pop in the microwave, it's done. An oven pizza, you pop in the oven, it's done. You don't need to do anything more. You don't need to spend time cooking it. It's half the price of whatever the fuck meals you'll be making out of this shit. It takes no time at all, and it takes no sort of extra amenities, and it doesn't take much out of your bills either. That's why it's easier and cheaper to eat like shit than eat healthy. That's why obesity rates are higher with poor people. How the fuck do you explain that? Fucking idiots. Again, it's just like, it's the words from someone who's privileged, who's never had to go through the struggles of the people that he's actually talking about. These people who think they're fucking just immune to being brainwashed. Which I guess that's the whole point of a cult. That's the whole point of a cult. Is that you don't know you don't know that you're in one. But this MAGA shit it's a cult. It's like, that's the word that perfectly describes it. Clearly he was never poor. He's definitely not had to use food stamps. Otherwise he'd well, maybe he was poor and now he's just right-wing. Now he's just right-wing grifting. Who knows? Also, we got some other influencers that I want to talk about. Here we go. The elder millennial. This fucking guy.
All right, let's do this.
You know who this is, guys?
Let me make.
Whoopsie. The older millennial. My bad. Elder millennial, just follow me. You know what to do. And you've got him there with a big fucking American flag in the back. I wonder where he leans politically. You guys know who he is? Have you guys seen this guy? Have you guys seen him? Not him, ew. Let's talk a little bit about the older millennial. He's a great mouthpiece for the right. Really smart bloke, this. Old, experienced man. Our woman was shot by an ICE agent. Let's look at the comments here. You'll see the comments are great. Because the video would prove him. Oh, no, actually, the comments are actually going against him. What a spark of hope. She was a mother, and when her father was shot in front of his family and hundreds of others, they cheered. Name one politician, name one person who isn't a random leftist on Twitter who cheered the death of Charlie Kirk. No Democrat in power, no leftist who is actually in power, who has any sort of say politically, cheered or celebrated the death of Charlie Kirk. They all condemned it. However, when someone on the left is killed by a conservative, the right don't condemn it. You know, people, you don't need to go to random conservatives on Twitter to see them celebrating deaths of leftists. You go to people like Donald Trump who don't condemn it. Donald Trump who promote that shit, who celebrate that shit. J.D. Vance who says this was justified. No politician cheered Kirk's death. Every politician on the right is cheering Renee's death. Why is it not fucking playing? TikTok is ridiculous. Come on,
All right, let's do this quick.
Right.
Yes, a woman was shot in Minnesota by an ICE agent. Yes, she's dead.
There you go. I was thinking of their name. Thank you. Trump's response to Robin Michelle Rayner was to blame it on Trump derangement syndrome. This is why no leftist should ever condemn the murder of Charlie Kirk, if they're asked to. Until Donald Trump is able to condemn the killings of leftists by conservatives, the left should not condemn fuck all. You know? If the right are fighting, we need to fight back. You can't just take the beating.
That's what happens when you try to run over a federal officer. I'm not gonna go through the video. I'm not gonna fucking discuss this bullshit at length.
I wonder why he won't go through the video. Maybe because it would show that she wasn't trying to run over a federal officer. Maybe. Like, I don't mean to make any assumptions here, but he has the fucking video.
Just yesterday, we were reminded by the liberals that it was okay that the officer shot Ashley Babbitt in the face. You know, because on January 6th, she was violating the law, so he was justified. Shoot her dead. Well,
Someone said Charlie shouldn't have been shot, though. When did I say that he should have been shot?
when you try to run over a federal officer, you might, just might, get your ass shot. Let this be a lesson to the rest of you liberals. When ICE, federal law enforcement agency, is out there...
Let this be a right to the you liberals. If you don't get on your knees and suck off the ICE members, you will die. Great lesson, that. Good one. Have you seen ICE members, by the way, going around telling people that they hope that like, have you not learned your lesson yet? Let me see if I can find a TikTok of that.
All right, let's...
Yep, I found it.
Shame on you.
Listen, have y'all not learned from the past couple of days? Have you not learned?
Learned what? What's our lesson here? What do you want us to learn?
Following federal agents.
Give me my phone back.
Actual crime, by the way. You can't do that. She's completely allowed to record, and you've just stolen her fucking phone. Nice one, ICE. Threatening death on her, and then stealing her property. Gestapo! I'm telling you, it's Gestapo. They are the Gestapo. They are the Gestapo. Yuma, you say that I'm spreading misinformation. Message me on Instagram. I will literally call you on stream right now.
doing their job. You're welcome to watch. You're welcome to film. You're welcome to hang out and talk shit. But what you're not welcome to do is hop
My take is bad. Message me.
in your fucking car and try to run over federal agents. I'm not saying that you're definitely going to get shot if you do it, but I am saying that the odds, they sure as fuck ain't in your favor. So don't do it. All right, let's do this.
I don't need to answer shit about why I'm spreading misinformation until you demonstrate what misinformation I'm spreading. That's like me saying, oh, why do you assault children? You know? If I haven't demonstrated that you assaulted children yet, there's not really much you can say to that. Dumbass.
Wait, yes, a woman was shot in Minnesota by an ICE agent. Yes, she's dead. That's what happens when you
Oh, sorry, I'm replaying it. Anyway, as you can see, he's not played any fucking video there. He doesn't want to talk about the video. All of a sudden, though, when a different angle comes up where it looks a little bit worse, now he wants to talk about the video. Not this one. Where is it? Sorry, I will close that. So my bookmarks right there. I've got some great ones. Editing, YouTube, future. So my shopping list. You got fuck you gay, and then some TikToks that I saved for the videos. His eyes are piercing into me. Yeah, blue eyes. Hitler would have loved him. And he's easily brainwashable as well. Hitler's favorite. What we got here? Watch anyway.
This shit cannot
What is this?
be real life.
No, this is not the video. Watch anyway. Fuck off. Why can't I find this video? Okay, sorry guys. Let me find this. Is this
Hey,
it?
just a little...
Watch anyway. Okay, here it is. Has that guy who said that I was spreading misinformation responded yet, by the way? I don't think he has, because it's impossible to demonstrate what misinformation I'm actually spreading. Yep, he's not responded. Of course he fucking hasn't. Let me check my Instagram. Place your bets. Has he messaged me? Whatever you thought, you are correct.
Harry, look, I didn't watch your video because I don't give a shit what you have to say about it. I just...
How can you respond to someone without hearing what they have to say, though. It seems like this guy's just not very good at looking at evidence, not being held accountable.
I wanted to show you this video to prove that, yeah, she tried to run him over.
Oh, hang about. Hang about. I thought we didn't want to look at the videos. I thought you didn't want to do that. I thought, there's no point getting into it or whatever. So why all of a sudden, when you have this video that looks a little bit worse because it's from a different angle, all of a sudden now you want to talk about the videos? Also, that's not real. The video's sped up.
Tried to run him over.
Or maybe it's not sped up, actually. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
He technically got hit. Yeah, he got fucking tapped. So what are you saying? That justifies what he did?
Tried to run him over.
I think this is the video, because you can see the ice, you can see someone there who was holding on to the car, coming from, behind the car. Do you agree that she tried to run him over, or do you think he was just wrong place, wrong time? The fact that you even need to ask that, go watch the rest of the stream. Fall back, man. Go fall back. Yeah, I mean, he's not hurt at all. He's a fucking pussy if he goes to hospital because of that, man.
Yeah, bro, she hit him with her car. And
I do think that video is sped up, by the way.
Maybe you're not aware of this, but when you try to hit a federal agent...
And it was shortened as well. Why not play the rest of the clip where the car moves and he's totally fine? I don't know. I don't know about the authenticity of that clip, because it really does not look like that from any other angle. That's a black car. Her car was red. The video's kind of black and white. I don't know. I don't want to make any definitive statements about it if I don't know for sure. I'm trying to see. Is he holding his phone here? Okay, you got that person there. Give me a sec. We're going to fucking cross-reference this shit. We are going to cross-reference this video with the actual footage. One sec, guys. One sec. Let's find this. Here we go. Yeah, the car is red. You've got the Honda logo in front.
Over.
Yeah. I'm trying to really see. I'm not sure if that's her car. It could be. Again, I don't want to say anything for sure. I'm going to actually mute the music because it's fucking annoying me. A lot of people are saying AI. Yeah, but a lot of people say that I'm AI. It's not verifiable by any means. Doesn't mean that it is. Okay, here's what I'm saying, yeah? If you look here, I will show you. There is someone here. There is a human being stood there. You see that fucking person in a hood? Here, there's no one. Yeah, there's no one here. And there's no cars here either. So, again, I'm not saying for sure, because I don't want to say anything that is proven to be false later. And I don't have any concrete evidence. Maybe there's something off the fucking, maybe there's something off the screen. Or, it's from a weird angle or something. But I'll point that out, and you guys can make your own conclusions. I don't know if it's AI. I have a feeling that it's just from a different video of someone being hit. And that they're claiming and that they're lying about what situation it is. Also, Very interesting that the video cuts before the gunshots. Like, it's such a short video. Probably because it's fake. Probably. But this guy has a history of doing no fucking research, so, like, there's no way he looked into
Their
it.
car. And I just, maybe you're not aware of this, but when you try to hit a federal agent with, when you actually succeed in hitting a federal agent with your car, you're gonna get fucking shot. And she hit him with her car. Therefore, she got shot. So you're welcome to use all the videos with different angles and pretend like it didn't happen. You're welcome to pretend that she was just a soccer mom who just found herself in a bad situation. You're welcome to pretend whatever the fuck you want to pretend. At the end of the day, she intentionally tried to run over a federal agent. And as a result, she got shot in the face. She's gonna have a closed casket ceremony. And no, I don't feel bad about it at all. I'm not concerned. I don't feel it was overstepping. If you try to run over
It could be AI. It could be AI.
I have no problem with you getting shot.
Okay, so that's him right there saying that he supports the Gestapo, and that he loves what Hitler was doing during the Nazi regime. Sorry, he loves ICE and he loves what Trump is doing right now. Sort of misspoke a bit there, but it's the exact same thing, so don't worry about it. What else have we got?
Hey, just a little tidbit.
Oh my god. This one. Have a look.
About the left's new hero. Hey, just a little tidbit about the left's new hero. Yeah, she only has custody
This guy is an idiot. Idiot is the wrong word. Nazi fits him better.
of one of her kids. And the reason she only had one of her kids.
Let me start this again so you can hear
Hey,
what he's
just a
saying.
little tidbit about the left's new hero. Yeah, she only has custody of one of her kids. And the reason she only has custody of one is that her domestic partner, a woman, yeah, she likes to beat the shit out of kids and put cigarettes out on their arm. And
Interesting. I would love to see the evidence of that. Also, first and foremost, not fucking relevant. Even if that's true, not relevant. Has nothing to do with the murder. She wasn't killed because she abused a kid. She was killed because she called the ICE officer big boy.
she chose that woman
Or Becca called the ICE officer big boy and Renee was killed. You know what I mean.
over her kids. Yeah, the court was basically like, hold on, if you're gonna stay with her, you don't get to keep the kids. And she was like, yeah, that's fine. So when people were asking why was this mother not at home taking care of her children, it's because her children were taken away from her. Because her partner likes to beat the shit out of them and use their fucking arms as ashtrays. Like, it's amazing to me that every
Why am I looking at your stupid fat fucking face whilst you say this and not any evidence for what you're saying? You idiot. He's a fucking wally. The origin of this rumor is a random tweet. Yes, it is. It is a random tweet. I know. I fucking know that because I actually do my research.
hero of the left turns out to be an awful human being. Like, that's
Is there echo with the audio? How bad's the echo? Let me have a look at my stream so I know how bad it is. One sec, guys. Sorry. Oh. Why is my webcam... Okay, cool. Let me have a look at the audio. Hang about. Oh, I know why. I know why. It's because my mic, it's being caught from my microphone and the desktop. When I play, I'll mute my desktop audio. Okay, look, this will fix it.
surprising, but it's the reality. Because anybody that would believe in the ideology that the left believes, anybody that would take action and try to run over a federal agent, yeah, I could assume that they were an idiotic piece of shit. But I have to say that the level of choosing your partner over your children, of staying with someone who likes to beat the shit out of your kids, that's a new level. Hey, just a little tip.
I'm glad you guys told me about that. Thank you very much. But anyway, this guy is a fascist propagandist, just like Charlie Kirk was, you know? A lot of people say, oh, is it okay to shoot someone in relation to Charlie Kirk when he was dying? Is it okay to shoot someone just for having an opinion? Which wasn't what was happening here. Because you can change the question. Is it okay to shoot someone for being a fascist Nazi propagandist who uses misinformation and false facts to prop up the Nazi regime and radicalize and brainwash people into joining said regime to allow mechanisms that made the Holocaust possible to prolifically continue? And then the question as to whether or not it's okay they got shot becomes a lot murkier, doesn't it? Becomes a lot murkier. But no conservative would ever ask that because they know how bad it would sound. I'm sorry, but who talks about child abuse that way? Disgusting. Well, I mean, if it was true... No, actually, no, it wouldn't be. Even if it was true, fuck off. But it's not true. There's no evidence for it. This guy's a fucking idiot. He's a stupid arsehole. He's a silly, silly man. Okay. What have we got here? Got another TikTok from him. Oh, no. We got this one here. I think this is a fourth one. He's made more. Yeah, of course he has.
And now we have the body cam footage from the officer that was run over.
I'm not mad, boy. Show your face. I'm not mad. That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking right. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car.
Go ahead. Tell me she didn't try to run him over. Come on. Keep going with that bullshit.
I think I can step in and help you out on that one. She didn't try to run him over. Look at him sitting there all sultry, thinking he really thinks he did something. He really thinks he did something. At what part was he run over? He was bumped at most. I'm so glad that this is the most liked comment here, by the way. It actually gives you a little bit of hope. Oh my god. I'm glad this fucking one doesn't have as many likes.
Shit narrative. He didn't do anything to her. He simply walked around.
Oh, sorry, you guys can't see the comments. My bad. I'll make it smaller. There you go.
And videotaped her car. All while her girlfriend, who, by the way, I will remind you, likes to beat children and put cigarettes out on her arm. Yeah, all while she talks shit. So go ahead. Continue with your bullshit narrative. And now we have the...
Still continuing that fucking lie. He's never gonna learn. No, or maybe he will. The thing is, he probably knows it's bullshit. He probably knows it's bullshit. Just like Trump probably knew that he lost the election. It doesn't stop them from lying about it to prop up their regime. One sec, guys. I want to show you guys something. I do want to show you guys something quite funny. You're up late? I am up late. Sorry about that. I didn't expect this to last this long. But I think I know why the older millennial talks so much about this fucking woman's criminal record. But I am surprised that he fell for the fake shit, because he seems to know a lot about criminal records.
Also, you were a Korean linguist. You were a humic dude, which I know quite a bit about because I went to DLI too.
But did you?
You know what's fun? There is actually a legal way to verify your claims about what you did in the military. Here, let me show you. Here's what you get back when you request through the Freedom of Information Act somebody's service record that you don't have any connection with from the National Archives.
What was that you said?
A bit about because I went to DLI too.
No, you didn't, or it'd be right here underneath military education. I don't see DLI there, so did you tell the Army that you went? Because they don't think you did. Let's jump over to LinkedIn real quick. Because even though the Army doesn't think you went to DLI, that doesn't stop you from telling the entire fucking internet that you did anyway. What's that say there? A Joint Service Commendation?
Oh, whoops, sorry.
Achievement and a Global War on Terrorism Expeditionary Medal? Man, I wish there was a way to verify you had all those. Oh, fun fact, we do. They would all be right here under your awards, but I don't see any of those there. That's weird. What else does your LinkedIn say? Does that say senior NCO? Did you tell the Army that they needed to update what a senior NCO was? Because you were only an E6 and they don't think that's a senior NCO. I don't know. I'm just asking questions. What's that thing you all say all the time?
Stolen valor.
Can somebody remind me what the definition of stolen valor is again, please? Stolen valor is the act of falsely claiming to be a military service member or a veteran or to have received military awards or medals. The term is used to describe people who lie about their military service or rank or who impersonate someone else. People who commit stolen valor do so to gain money, property, or other benefits by deceiving others. Would saying that you had a joint commendation, a joint achievement medal, a global war on terrorism expeditionary medal, that you were a senior NCO, and that you went to DLI when you actually didn't be a form of deceiving people for monetary gain on LinkedIn? I don't know. I'm just asking questions. But maybe when you said this?
Let me see my DD-214. You want me to provide people who hate me my personal information. Are you high?
Maybe you were just scared that the truth would come out. I don't know. Again, I'm just asking questions. But if lying about your military awards for monetary gain isn't enough for you, then...
I didn't wash my hands. If you're upset about that, I don't care.
I washed my hands earlier, so I'm not like him, just to be clear. But yeah, in terms of committing crimes, he's done it publicly. Unreal. One sec, guys.
I'm gonna adopt the he should.
Okay, one sec. There is body cam footage of this bloke, the older millennial, being arrested and literally pissing himself. I don't know if I can show the video of him pissing himself, but there's a video of it, and if you look for it, you'll find it. I'll see if I can find his actual criminal record. I should have prepared this before the stream, really. But it's fucking unreal. Here's what an actual... Oh, whoops. What the fuck? Where's my webcam? Oh, here we go. Here's what an actual criminal record looks like. Here's what an actual mugshot looks like. Here we go. Here's what a not photoshopped, not fake record looks like. You've got the location, the reporting agency. You got the date here. It's all actually correct. You've got the age, which is correct. There you go. Big up to this bloke, by the way. I'm not going to play the video, but yeah, you get the idea. If you just want to see the video of him, one sec, boom. Okay, if you want to see the video of him pissing himself, let me get it up. I might as well. Why not? Why not?
You liberals have been thrown into my comments lately. That being, he should have just complied. I'm there. I'm peeing. I'm sorry, I'm peeing. I'm peeing. I can't stop peeing. I'm so sorry, I'm winning myself.
How'd they comply and work for it? You should really listen to your own advice.
I'm gonna...
To be fair, he was complying, but he was also pissing himself. I don't know, man. It's like, I wouldn't be so stringent about taking the piss out of fake arrest records and making shit up about people that you don't like when you have those skeletons in your closet. It doesn't surprise me. Like, whenever people like this talk, you'd be better off assuming that everything that comes out of their mouth is a lie. It's like, who's that fucking bloke we talked about during the Lilitino thing? Anime Ribbon, that's it. Anime Ribbon just lies about everything. I remember when the whole angel tree thing blew up. They started talking about how, like, oh, I do angel trees all the time. And it's like, no, you fucking don't. You're lying. You're a liar. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Has anyone... Nope. No one who disagrees has messaged quite yet. You know what, guys? I actually do need a piss. Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. I am back. Can you see my hands? Can you see how they're wet still? Can I throw it on the camera maybe? Can you see it on the lens? I'm not too sure. But look, see? Washed. I'm saying see like you can actually see it. I'm genuinely not too sure. All right. One sec, homies. Oh, everyone just meowing in the chat. Is that going to stop now that I'm here, or I'm back, guys? I'm back. If you want further proof that the bloke is just a moron, if you need any, by the way, here we go. Older millennial. Got this fucking video here.
Oh, my downstairs.
What a video this is. Investigative journalist, this guy. All right, stop with the meows, guys. Enough. Enough. I will ban the word meow if this carries on. Guys. Stop. Everyone meowing. What will it take? Fuck me. All right, you know what? Whilst you guys are meowing, I'll tell you more about the fucking immigration system and how shit it is. I already mentioned that immigrants are basically invited, undocumented-wise. I sent you a message on Instagram, Blue Cobain. All right, let's have a look. Fuck, I left my phone in the toilet. One sec, guys. Okay, back. Yeah, the whole point of ICE, or the whole point of the fucking immigration system in America is to encourage captive labor markets. Like, that's why the process takes years, like I said earlier. It's almost always legal gray areas. Like, the whole point of allowing immigrants in to work on the farms for cheap labor and asylum seeking, for example, is because they need to be in the country to complete the legal process. So asylum seekers cannot apply for asylum until they are in America. That's why they're undocumented, because they cannot document themselves. That's the method that the government is using. And they point to those gray areas to label the entire diaspora as illegal, because they're not allowing it to happen. Like, they are inviting these people in, they're using them for cheap labor, and then they just fuck them off to Sudan or detain them in centers where they fucking die. Completely at their hands. Like, completely. Thank you, read the DM. I'll have one look through my DMs, and if there's nothing interesting, then... No, it's just someone's telling me to bark. People are asking for a chat. There's no need to chat if you agree with me, though. Someone's reposting the fucking awful GoFundMe of the guy. Alright, nothing interesting in the DMs. I want to show you one last thing about this Dadvocate. No, not Dadvocate. Dadvocate's good. What's his name? The older millennial. And his lack of research.
He's trying to evict me.
I bet you can't guess why. I bet money you cannot guess why her downstairs.
So my downstairs neighbor is trying to evict me.
I bet you can't guess why. I bet money you cannot guess why her downstairs neighbor is trying to evict her. Actually, here's what I want you to do. I'm going to give you a second to pause this video, and I want you to go in the comment section. I want you to put the reason you think her downstairs neighbor is trying to evict her. And then, after I tell you the actual reason, I want you to reply to your comment with your reaction to the real reason. Okay, you ready? I'm going to give you a second to pause it. Okay, good. She's shitting and pissing in the yard. Yeah, she apparently has some.
So my downstairs
Now, let's actually have a look at that original video. And you'll notice something very strange. Here we go. Look at this. This is fucking mind-blowing, this.
neighbor was trying to evict me. She spoke to my landlord. Guys, I genuinely thought it was like really obvious I was fucking around. I don't go to the bathroom outside. I just, honest to God, thought it was really funny because I looked outside and my neighbor was squatting weird. And it reminded me of my neighbor in Vietnam who used to shit outside. I lived there for 3 years. I used to see a lot of old men shitting on the streets, not homeless men either, okay? So I'm like, that'd be so fucking funny if you have a new 2-flat neighbor where you share a house and a yard and they come up to you the first day they move in and they're like, just listen, like I have, you
Oh, you can't hear.
know, guys, I genuinely thought it was like really obvious I was fucking around. I don't go to the bathroom outside. I just, honest to God, thought it was really funny because I looked outside and my neighbor was squatting weird. And it reminded me of my neighbor in Vietnam who used to shit outside. I lived there for 3 years. I used to see a lot of old men shitting on the streets, not homeless men either, okay? So I'm like, that'd be so fucking funny if you have a new 2-flat neighbor where you share a house and a yard and they come up to you the first day they move in and they're like, just listen, like I have, you know, they have trauma, so it's kind of hard to like rebut, but you're like, what the fuck? And then it's like, what?
There you go. Now you get the idea. The very next fucking video on her account is her saying, "Oh, it's a joke. Don't worry about it. I was taking the piss." But the older millennial decided to completely skip that fucking video and talk about how disgusting it was and how the left are evil and how the right are these fucking gods with the best morals. Dumbass. The very next fucking video is saying that it's bullshit. Either he completely ignored it and just lied, or does no research whatsoever. I know people are just joining now and they're not getting the whole context of why we're talking about the older millennial and stuff like that. But I'm sure you guys, especially if you've been here for a while and know about my my past controversy-wise, I don't like when people spread completely unsubstantiated, unresearched claims on the internet with no evidence, because people on the internet are gullible and naive enough to take it at face value. You don't need evidence to ruin someone's fucking career or life online. You don't need it. So people like the dad, what's his name, the older millennial, are genuinely dangerous. Not to mention the racism, the transphobia, the misogyny, the Nazism, and the fascism radiating from his fucking pores. No shit, he's dangerous. Anyone who supports ICE is dangerous, because they're supporting a fascist regime that is allowing the mechanisms that made the genocide possible to happen. I mean the Holocaust, the genocide, by the way. Don't call him out too much, he might piss himself. It's true. That's true. With the whole, yeah, Joey, yes. Anyway. It's classic, man. Like, the whole steps towards a Holocaust happening are exactly right. I know I said that a Holocaust wasn't happening, like with what Ray said, but according to a lot of Holocaust experts, I did read her DMs whilst I was in the toilet. I didn't respond, Ray. Sorry about that, but because I'm streaming. There are Holocaust experts that have confirmed that the first steps towards a genocide against trans people are, in fact, showing their wings, so to speak. Doesn't mean a genocide is happening currently on American soil, but like the mechanism that makes them possible is definitely about. And I genuinely wouldn't be surprised at this point if it does happen, as much as obviously you don't want it to. Because all of these things, the fucking Gestapo, ICE, going for targeting people for who they are instead of what they've done based on immigration status, registration status. It's all part of these fucking modern civil enforcement regimes that can be directly compared to the Gestapo. That's step one. And then you go into the fucking administrative enforcement replacing criminal process. So no jury, which isn't happening because these people are being deported without due process. You get no criminal convictions. You get lower thresholds for evidence, which is absolutely happening here. The courts are being denied evidence. They're being granted absolute immunity. Civil justice for coercive power, justified. No, not justified, but tragic nonetheless. It's the exact language that was being used. Violence is now legally deniable and not illegal. And then the knock begins, which is the next step. I'm not sure if they're already knocking, but I know they're about to, for sure. This is the infection, right? Because now you don't even have privacy in your own home. The home is no longer safe. Compliance is personal and fear is ambient. This is why Anne Frank hid to begin with, by the way. She was hiding before the extermination policy. She wasn't hiding because of the Holocaust. She was hiding because of the knock. When the knock begins, America's going to have a couple of fucking Anne Franks knocking about. And by a couple, I mean thousands, potentially. I'm not exaggerating here, man. Because then people are forced to decide, like, shit, do I answer? Do I inform? Do I comply? Do I hide someone? If I hide someone, am I risking my own life? Am I risking their life? If I don't hide them and they die, am I responsible for it? This is gonna fuck so many people up, man. The country's fucked. It's not getting better. It's not getting better. And we're only 1 year in. We are 1 year in to Trump's presidency. 1 year in. We've got 3 fucking years left. How long until... And it's already... This behavior is already justified and normal to half the fucking country. And the risk is that it only becomes more normal and not less. Because the right has a lot of grifters. It's very easy to right-wing grift. I could right-wing grift myself as like a token black into a room, best friends with JD Vance by the end of the year. It's so easy. It's the easiest fucking thing in the world. And they would love me. If I right-wing grifted, they would love me. Because I'm like, oh my god, a black guy likes us, and we're not racist. Look, they'd use me as like as reason as to why they're not racist or some dumb shit. I don't fucking know. That's what they do with all the people of color that right-wing grift. Fucking traitorous pussies. Moving against their own people, man, it's disgusting. Educate yourself. People are saying I couldn't. I promise you I could. I promise you I could. If I had no integrity, I could right-wing grift myself into a room with JD Vance by the end of the year. I promise you I could. I promise you I could. You guys, if anyone thinks I'm chatting shit, you don't know what you're talking about. Genocide does not start with concentration camps. It starts when the state decides that the home is no longer private and the public, are forced into compliance under the threat of fucking murder, like Renee Good was. They were trying to force her into compliance using murder as the punishment. Because she called them big boy. Let's not forget that shit. It's all because she called them big boy. If that comparison makes you uncomfortable, whether you're left or right, it's because it should make you uncomfortable. No one should be comfortable in America right now, man. No one. Not when half the country side with Nazis. Why should anyone be comfortable in a place like that? What's the Second Amendment for? What's going to happen during the World Cup when the country is full of foreigners? I'm being, like, serious. What the fuck is actually going to happen during the World Cup? It's scary, man. Again, 1 year. It's been 1 year. I think that's pretty much all I have to say about this. I've gone through my doc. It's fucking 3 a.m. right now. I'm a little bit tired. I don't know if I made a fool of myself a bit on stream. I know I'm acting hot-headed. So I don't know if this stream will stay up. But it might do. Because I do believe talking about these things is important. And that educated people do need to talk about these things, like I said earlier, because if you don't, the only people who do talk about these things are the fucking evil Nazi ones. I'm going to up my audio real quick because I don't want to shout anymore. There you go. You guys should be able to hear me a little better. I guess to end it, do you want to maybe get the cats? Make a bit of a light-hearted shit at the end. We can do a little bit of a Q&A before I fuck off, because I don't want this whole thing to be doom and gloom. Don't worry, we're not ending it quite yet, but we're ending the talk of you know, the serious talk, I guess. Give me a sec. Let me get the cats. I'm gonna get cats, where are they?
Oh no, I just put them to bed.
They in there?
Yeah. I just got them down. You make them hide again.
Oh, look at that.
Are the girls sleeping together?
Yeah, they were sleeping. Here you go, guys. Here they are. Oh, look at them. Fucking. This is unreal, by the way. They're so calm right now. Can you guys see them? I think you can. And there they are meowing. Hi, guys. They're in focus, right? Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. I'll put you back. They really want sleep. Alright, let me send them back. Let me send them back. Oh, Canelo, chill, chill, chill. I'm going to send them back. Sorry, guys. I'll be back. I'll be back. Back to bed. Get back to bed. Don't follow me. That's all you're getting, unfortunately. They're off to bed, man. Let me lower the volume again because it's going to be way too loud. There you go. Okay, we're good now. Class. Canelo and Sugar, correct. We got 3 cats and they're all named after boxers. So Prince is Prince Nassim Hamed. Canelo is Saul Canelo Alvarez. Big up the Mexican audience, by the way. I hope I've done you justice with how you might be feeling about some of this shit. And then you've got Sugar, who's named after Sugar Ray Leonard, not Ray Robinson, who I think is mad overrated. Do you think the Arctic Monkeys are Brit? I don't give a fuck about the Arctic Monkeys, mate. Let's have one more scroll through my DMs. Has anyone who disagreed with me had the bollocks to message me and get uncool? Let's see. No. No one. Fair enough. No problem. I wasn't really expecting anything less. Or anything more, rather. Are they sphinxes? No, they're Devon Rexes. I have a really bad allergy to cats. So Devon Rexes are hypoallergenic because they have a very thin coat of fur. so they don't actually trigger my allergies, which is great. That's why we had to get them. What breed? Yeah, I've seen Radiohead albums in your background. No, there's no Radiohead albums. Those 3 albums are the only albums in my background. Every video. The albums don't change, guys. The albums never change. I don't know why you guys keep trying to gaslight me with all this shit. The albums don't change. Show Prince. Just get Prince over. He's more well-behaved. He might actually stay for a chat. Can we get a tutorial on how to pronounce Dan Kujabo? I mean, there you go. I've just said it. I'm not gaslighting. They do. They don't change, guys. The albums don't change. Are they high maintenance like Sphinxes? Yes, they're very high maintenance. But luckily, I work from home, so I'm sort of able to deal with them. And I do love them to death. Can you guys stop with this fucking album shit? There's no... Where'd Chappelle go? I don't know. She lives in America, doesn't she? Igor has been there. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't even know what Igor is. Weezer? Who's Weezer? Didn't they do like, didn't they do Teenage Dirtbag? I don't know what you guys, this is crazy what you guys are saying to me. This is absolutely crazy what you guys are talking to me right now. This is absolutely crazy. I cannot fucking believe it. Proofy's AI that the background is changing. The background don't change, man. It's the exact same. Oh, have you guys noticed Stitch, by the way? Have you guys noticed Big Stitch in the corner? That is new. I'm willing to admit that Stitch up there is new. The big one. I got that gift for my girlfriend's first birthday. Bought that for her. She fucking loves Stitch. It's like what inspired her to get into animation and that. Neutral Milk Hotel album. There's nothing, man. There's nothing. It's the same albums every time. And if someone leaves in the comments that the albums change, you need to tell them that the albums never change. Because it's crazy. Is that Lego? There's some Lego in there. There's a Lego Breaking Bad RV. I'm so bad, man. Lego's so fucking evil with the way they price things, but I'm going to buy all of the Lego Pokemon when they're out. There's no Tyler album, guys. You need to calm down. Her first birthday, like when she was born. No, I meant her first birthday as in her first birthday when we were together. Fuck off, guys. Stop. 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 She's older than me, for the record, guys. Fuck. I've really talked myself into a fucking horrible situation here. No, don't come in. No, don't come in. Don't come in. No, you're the nonce. How old were you when we first met?
No comment.
That is what I thought.
No.
That's what I thought. What's the age difference?
See, I was 16.
You don't see now. She don't want to answer. She don't want to answer. She don't want to answer. She don't want to answer.
You lied about your age.
I did lie about my age.
Shocking.
I said I was 19 when we met. I had to say that I was 15 so that she'd actually get with me though.
Whatever.
I had to say that I was 15. They're calling you a cougar, by the way, in the chat.
I like him young. Why?
What? Why did I what?
Right, I don't know. I was like on the.
Why did I drink water?
No, on the age difference.
Huh?
On the age difference.
I accidentally said that that you were 1 year old. So then they started calling me a nonce. Can you talk about your South Park figures? Yeah, they're sort of fucked a little bit. Let me change them up. There you go, fixed. Hang on. She's fucking put like some bullshit anime stuff in my. I didn't even notice this was in my room. I bet all of you know who this fucker is, by the way. I have no idea. I bet all of you know. She's put this in my room. She's ambushed me with anime bullshit. Can I like? Oh, I feel bad now. Where's this go? I don't know where this goes. I'll just put this on the floor next to it, I suppose. I hope that's okay.
You breaking stuff?
No, I didn't break anything. I think I dropped the pig man's sword.
Oh.
And it's not broken though. It just fell off the hat. If it broke, it was a shit.
See the swords in the corner?
Everyone's saying, Eno.
You know. Inosuke.
Inosuke.
Yeah.
So anyway, bullshit, you're about to lose your cougar rights. Oh, she wants to show you something that she's very proud of. So, wait, can you come? Okay, this isn't a face reveal. She's gonna come on screen. No, come on, do it. Do it. All right. Okay. In one of your Shepherd Boy videos, your girlfriend's face wasn't blurred properly. We can see her face. Yeah, as long as it's not like a prolonged shot of her face that people can like recognize her off of the streets with, then I really don't mind that much, and neither does she. It's just mainly so that like, because she only get recognized if I'm out with her. But hang on, here she is here. Come on, wait, what are you doing?
Getting the sword, man.
Oh, okay, all right, get the swords out then.
Wait. I'm not very good at it.
She made all this, by the way, by hand. It's pretty impressive, isn't it? Impressive or pathetic, depending on who you are.
Well, I actually never took that off.
You nearly took, no, don't take it off on camera.
I'll just leave it off you because it's meant to be in this room.
Where are we going to put it? No, but then people are going to have the wrong idea when they click on my channel. They're going to think that I love anime.
Yeah. I'm gonna make you like it.
They love it, by the way. The chat loves it.
Hell yeah.
Fucking hell, you guys really like that mask. I'm going to need to watch this show if you guys are freaking out over it that much. Maybe on stream we can watch like the first we can watch like an episode of some anime that you guys recommend. Not the whole show, obviously, because that would be horrific. But like an episode of what's the one that everyone goes on about? Jujutsu Kaisen, or Death Note, or what's that? The one with Deku, one of them ones. It's a good show. Never seen you live. Yeah, I don't go live too often. Here we go. Go through your record collection. I don't know how many times I have to go through this with you guys. How did you come up with our username? I get that question a lot. I actually will not say. It's something very personal to me. And as dumb as the username sounds, it actually is quite personal. Who's your favorite South Park character? Randy, for sure. Arabic narrative dub. Yeah, that is what I watched. Have you watched Cherry Magic? That sounds like some not safe for work type shit. Alright, enough anime talk, guys. I can't interact with you if we're talking anime. People are asking me to play the guitar. I can't, man. I used to be really good at guitar, but I've not touched it in like a year. So I'm rusty as fuck. And I'd rather not. I'd actually rather not. What else we got here? I've not watched any anime. Stop asking me if I've watched animes. I've not seen any of them. Stop asking for records either. Those are the only 3 records that I own. I've not seen Stranger Things, for those asking. What do you think of my profile photo? And it's just me with the Balesa toys. Nice. What's your next video plan? Well, it could be this stream here cut into an actual video. It could be. What do you guys think? I'll put a poll up.
I'm just chopping this into.
All good. Start a poll. Should I make this into a video? And whilst that poll goes, I'll bring Prince over. Everyone loves Prince. I'm going to wake him up, by the way. You guys he's asleep right now, and I'm going to wake him up. One sec, guys. The one and only. Here he is, guys. Big Prince. Here you go. You can see he was asleep. I fucking love him to death, man. Fucking unreal cat. All right. Oh, whoops. There's he on. There he is on the camera. We're gonna get him to bed, I think. I'm gonna put him back in bed. There you go. You got your little sight of him there. That's it. We're putting him back to bed now, yeah? That's it. You've seen Prince, you've seen Sugar, you've seen Canelo. They're all sleeping together, and I've disturbed them for the sake of 1,000 people. Probably worth it, to be fair. Let's chuck him now. Man, they are fucking KO'd. It's unbelievable. They're never that sleep. To be fair, since getting these kittens, they're all doing so much more, like energy-wise. So they're a lot more tired when they actually sleep, and it's made our lives a lot easier. Having 3 cats is actually a lot easier than having 1, and we don't feel nearly as bad when we go outside either. So all in all, it's pretty fucking cool, actually. I would highly recommend getting a second cat if you've only got 1. They are unreal. Let's do some other... Oh, okay, let me see the poll. 89% says yes. Now that we've finished the stream, actually. You know what? First, I want to see how many subscribers I've lost off the back of this stream. Eh? And I'll show you guys as well. Let's have a look. Analytics. Reach. Oh, it doesn't say, I don't think. No, it doesn't say quite yet. Decent amount of views, though. 31336. Oh, I have lost subs. I have lost subs. I don't know exactly how much, but the sub count has gone down. So that's a couple Nazis off of the sub counter. What a shame. Oh, I really wish those Nazis loved me. Thank fuck that they're gone. Thank fuck. Same as the Charlie Kirk shit, man. Let me show... You know what? I'm going to show you the actual chart for the Charlie Kirk video so you see what I mean, by the way. Reach. Overview. Subscribers. Look at this. Oh, no. I have to show you how much money it made, though. I don't know if I want to... you know, fuck it. I'll show you. Here you go. As you can see, when the video came out initially, it was obviously 0 subs, and then it goes down. Oh no, he doesn't like Charlie Kirk. So, how can I, like, bring it down to the first couple of hours? I don't know. But I lost maybe 40 subs the first day, 79 the second, and then 69 the third, 37, 30, 11, 10. So all in all, I think I lost a couple hundred over it all. But as time went on, it become, like, ratio-wise, it's the most liked one. And then subscriber-wise, it goes up like this. So I think it was it was a net gain for sure. It was a net gain. I hope I don't regret showing you guys that, or it doesn't fucking affect anything. How'd you get a negative sub count? Because people unsubscribed, didn't they? It's not a negative sub count, that is people unsubscribing from... That's people clicking on the video and then unsubscribing from that video. The same thing happened when... I'll see if I can find... When I got cancelled last year, what I did was, because I was so stressed, I just made Astrovino videos like 3 times in a row, because I did not have the time, effort, or energy to, like, go and search for other videos. So I just did like, I just did 3 Astrovino videos in a row. And I'll show you how many subs I lost from one of them when the video on me came out. One sec, guys. Where is it? Here it is. Again, I really should hide how much it made. Oh, wait. You know what? How about this? I got a better idea. Look at this. Overview. And then I go in subscribers, and I can go and learn more, maybe? Or see more. Yes, okay, perfect. And then I can go on last, or I can go on lifetime. I think. Jan 6th. Oh. No, sorry guys, I'm not sure I can show you. Just know I lost a couple. I'm sure you can go on Social Blade and see. I think I lost like 20k, but they all came back, didn't they? Or maybe they didn't, who fucking knows, whatever. I wish I could show you. Here's what it is though. What else we got here? Do you plan on doing a video on Gypsy Rose? I don't know, it's just too sad. I tried to do a video on Tafiachu recently. Like, I have the document and everything. Like, I went through it all. I watched all the videos, and it was just too sad. It was just too sad. All the ableism against Tafiachu, as well as the bad things that she has genuinely done. As well as if she was a blonde white woman with blue eyes, no one would hate her. In fact, she would probably be encouraged. It's all just disgusting to me, completely. Like, everything surrounding the Tafiachu thing, I hate. Lewis McClung ran away from his channel and now makes book review videos on a new channel. Good for him, man. Like, he can do whatever he wants. Me and him talked after the whole thing happened, and we squashed it. And there's no hard feelings on my end towards him. So he can do whatever he wants, man. I hope he finds the book reviews fulfilling, truly. I hope he gets something meaningful out of them. And I hope the videos are good for the people who enjoy them. Hair care routine. I use conditioner and a wide tooth comb and some Moroccan oil every now and then. Some of you are low-key heartless by asking him to cover stuff related to Gypsy. She was abused, and there's no such thing as a perfect victim. Well, they're not telling me what opinion I should have, to be fair. I think maybe because Gypsy is such a convoluted situation, and I don't know. I don't look into things and go for the popular opinion. Like, there's a couple times where I've just, like with Lily Tino, for example, I'm very defensive of Lily Tino. Don't spam about Lazy. What's happening with Lazy? Oh, he's on break. Okay. How do you feel about Katie now? Did she ever what else is there? Did you play the new Animal Crossing New Horizons update? No, I didn't. I stopped playing Animal Crossing years ago. So it's not really a game you can just hop back into after years. Since the channel name is personal, what nickname would you prefer in the comments? Like Dan, Danky, Jarbo, and or should any be avoided? Just call me Jesse, innit? Jesse's my name. Call me Jesse. But you can call me whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a fuck. I get called AI for a living. Well, not for a living. That's like a huge part of my job. I'm going to start pinning comments of people genuinely, unironically thinking that I'm AI. Just to show you that it's still an accusation that I'm getting to this day. Alright, can Mike Wheeler stop asking about the records, brother? You only have 4, go pick an album you like and buy records, innit? Oh my god. Calling you Jesse feels parasocial though. Why? Does calling Jacksepticeye Sean feel parasocial? You have a name? Like an actual name? Yeah. Crazy. Are you going to do more Ash videos? If something worth making a video on happens, then I'll make a video, innit? I appreciate your usage of pronouns around trans people. You don't dance around their proper pronouns, saying they or something else. You legitimately... I use they if I don't know the pronouns. Quote, opinions on Stranger Things. I've not seen Stranger Things. Jesse feels parasocial. You're younger than me. You're like a guy. I can't use your real name. You know, that maybe I'm the weird one. Well, if my channel name was Jesse, then like you'd all be calling me my name, wouldn't you? What's your fave Chappelle song? Chappelle, Chapel Rowan. Chapel? I don't know how it's pronounced exactly. I don't know. There's so many good ones. I do think she's great, unironically, in a non-performative way. Are you going to do a background tour? Maybe at some point. You're older than me by like a year, but calling you by your first name feels disrespectful for some reason. You do you, man. If you want to call me Danky or Danky Jabo or Diddy, no, don't call me Diddy. But yeah, call me whatever, man. I don't give a fuck. Can you make a video on the Da Vinci twins stealing content? Probably not. Like, what the fuck is that? Pronounced chapel, like a church. Chapel. Okay, chapel. Got it. Do you like Lofi? Laufey? I don't know how it's pronounced, but yes, I do. I think it's Laufey. Lofi. I don't know why I'm getting it wrong. I usually say it. I say her name all the time. Drop the hair care routine. It really isn't that complicated. Like, it really isn't. It really isn't. I shampoo once every week or two. I condition my my ends. I comb through with a wide tooth comb, get rid of all the knots. I leave it for about 5 minutes while I wash my body. And then I wash it off. And then every now and then, if I've got like an event coming up, I'll get some curling cream. I'll get some like agents and all that. And I'll apply all that shit. I'll put the oil and all that shit. But usually I don't even do that. Like right now, it's just conditioner. Black hair, man. No, I don't shower once a week. I shampoo. Go fuck yourself, you dick. Is that a papyrus plush in the background? No. What could you possibly be looking at? Nothing papyrus back there, man. Video games you play. I don't really play many video games. I want to get into Dungeons and Dragons just because I've got friends who play it, and it seems like a lot of fun. Like they seem to have so much fun doing it. I'll never play They play League of Legends as well, though, so I question their taste because I'll never do that shit. How come you're streaming so late? I wasn't streaming that late at the beginning of it all. What's up?
You should show them the fact that you've got an undercut. You've so much.
I've got an undercut. Yeah, I've got an undercut, so I've actually got no hair other than on the very top of my head. You can see there's no hair on the sides. Boom, like that. You can see there's no hair on... Oh, the chair doesn't cover it up. There's no hair on the back either. Apparently, this is really surprising. But obviously, I don't understand how surprising it is. But whenever I show people in her life, they go fucking mental. Yeah, oh shit, you guys didn't expect that, did you? Big undercut, man. I've got a lot of hair up there. Bald? Does that mean you're bald? No! That felt illegal to say. Is it because it's too thick? Yeah, it's way too thick. Like, if I have hair everywhere, fuck me. It's annoying enough as it is right now. If I had it everywhere, I think I'd kill myself. I do this with my straight white person hair. I mean, yeah, fair enough. Your girlfriend is the best lore dropper. You're hairless and you've been deceiving us. Once since the Moomin bag come back. I still have it, right? Here it is. Fuck. No, whoops. There it is, for the OGs, the real OGs, from when I was making my dog shit videos in the old flat. There you go, still have it. Still planning to make a video on Samara and Lily's situation. Lily the dog liker. I don't think so. I don't think so. Are you going to donate any of the proceeds? Yeah, all the donations from this stream will go to the Renee Good GoFundMe. You going to do any more cooking videos? I'm sure I'll do some shit on on Shepherd Boy. Have you played any Call of Duty games? Yes. Nothing beats the OG Call of Duty Black Ops zombies, though. Nothing. Danky, I have an important question. Do not send messages like that. You need to ask the fucking question, because I can't look at your name the whole time. Like, you have to just straight up send the question. You can't be like, oh, can I ask you something? That's not how it works here. Stop spamming show prints. Go back a few minutes and you'll see him. I brought him over a few minutes ago. One sec, guys. Also, guys, I am not active on Twitter at all. I'm seeing people follow me from me sharing my screen or whatever. I'm not active on Twitter. I'm active on Instagram. So if you wanna talk to me anywhere, or send a message, or look at my couple of posts or my stories where I'm constantly posting the cats, you can go follow. You can go follow my Instagram. Can I ask about the thumbnail? Just curious. I'm late to the party. Yeah, that was the first like 3 hours of the stream, but now we're just chilling. You should split with Keith. Maybe. Maybe. It'll all go to a good place either way. When are you ending? I'll end when I feel like it. It's 3:42. I probably should end soon. I tagged you in something on Insta. Okay, let's fucking have a look. Tagged. One sec. This better be fucking worth it, pal. This better be worth it. Because if it's not, you've wasted our time. How the fuck do I check my tagged? Okay, sorry guys. The world stops when this one commenter tags me on Instagram. It has to be seen, doesn't it? Has to be seen. This better be worth it, man. If this isn't good, I will flame you publicly. Fuck, where is it, man? I can't find it. Where the fuck is it? Where the ah, shit. I'm so bad at using Instagram. No. Shit, I don't know what to do here, man. I'm stressing now. I'm really stressing now. Can I go here? Oh, here we go. Tagged me in a post. What the fuck is this? So, I'm not even going to show this, man. Someone's taken the boys and they've photoshopped the face of a bunch of right-wingers on their faces. You've got Netanyahu, Donald Trump, the elder millennial. You've got Elon Musk on there, Charlie Kirk, and some bold brother that I'd never seen before in my life. Is that it, man? Fuck off. I don't know what you want me to say to that. You disrupted the stream just to show me that, man. Unk position on that phone right now. No, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll do it right. Look. There you go. See? I'm doing it correctly now. Holding it the right way. Pinky under. There you go. Stop. I genuinely forgot this man lived in UK. I don't know how you can hear me and it's not incredibly obvious. All right. We are doing, if any of you have got any questions, now's the chance to ask them, because if I don't see anything worth answering, I think I will end the stream. I'll see 10, I'm going to give you guys 10 seconds. And if I see a question that like deeply interests me, then I will answer it. And if not, I will end the stream. All right, let's go. 10, 9. I'm not going to count out loud though, because then I'll get put in a fucking JOI video somewhere. I'm going to count in my head. Giving it a bit of time because I know there's a delay, so I'll count from now. Done. Done. Actually, wait, no, I've just thought of something I could do. Recently, there was a Wikitubia made about me. And there's an actual fucking Wikipedia. I want to go through that. I want to see how accurate it actually is. I'd love to see this. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. People are already leaving because they think the stream's over, but I want to see that shit. But stop asking me Yowie or Yuri. I don't know what those fucking things are, man. Why would you think me, of all people, know what they are? All right. First of all, famous birthdays, they need to get their shit together. My birth, like, look at this. I'm going to share my screen. This is outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Dan Kijabo, YouTube star. Appreciate that. But there's no profile photo. That's not what I look like. And then there's no birthday. Look, they have me as a Capricorn or some shit. They had me as January 1st. Look, Capricorn. November 18th. Sorry. 18th of November. Get it right, bastards. Stop asking me if I like yaoi. Fuckers. I seen Big Hand yaoi in the 90s in one of my videos once. So that was interesting. So I'm going to go Yaoi then, over Yuri, because I don't know what Yuri... Is Yuri lesbian? If Yaoi's gay, surely Yuri's lesbian. Why would I prefer any one of them? Clip what? What have I said? Why are people telling me to clip shit? Why would I prefer gay men or gay women? Why would I? It's the same, isn't it? If someone DMs me on Insta, will I answer? No, not if it's not worth answering to. I can't respond to every DM. Someone's tagged me here. There you go, Finny. Thank you very much. It's just me, but bold. I'm not sure if you did that in the last 5 minutes, but it's impressive if you did, like. Stop asking me about gay men or gay women. I've already answered, like. Oh, stop. Okay, right, I got it. Anyway, let's have a look. All right, you know what? We're going to do a poll. Engage with audience. Start a poll. What do I do? Question mark. Read Wikitubia or end stream. Let's go. Here we go, class. Let's have a look. I like Jigglypuff, guys. For everyone asking about my Pokemon shit. Stop asking me if I'm AI, you fuckers. Alright, we'll read the Wikitubia and then we'll end the stream. Let's go. Hang on. What the fuck is this? One sec, guys. Okay. I'm already getting ill now. Have a look at this. Wikitubia, the YouTube wiki. Lovely. No problem with it so far. That is what it is, right? They're not false information. But I've just seen something that is quite... I don't know if it's true or not. I mean, it is me, so I should know. Give me a sec, yeah? I'm seeing these flags at the top here. Which are like, some of them I understand why they're there. Some of them I don't. Some of them I really don't. So I've got this one. What's this? Commentary? Yeah, there you go. Commentary videos. You got this one. Dan Kijabo creates cooking videos. I've made one cooking video, so I guess fair enough. What's this one? Dan Kijabo creates vlogs. I've made a few of them. Fair enough on the Shepherd Boy channel. And then we've got... Dan Kijabo is from Egypt. I do have Egyptian heritage. Some other shit as well. Got some Sudanese in me, some Jordan in me, and then some other shit as well. Because I am black Egyptian, and there's a lot of Egyptians that aren't black, especially closer to the north. But I am one of the One of the black ones. When will you do a video on Tofia or Syrax? I've already told you about Tofia earlier on in this video. I'm not doing a Tofia video. But I'm not fully Egyptian. But Egypt is like the one that is the culture I am from that I connect the most with. But half black, half brown, baby. Like Kamala. I'm genuinely not actually sure how you pronounce it. But this is the thing here. What's this? Dan Keysborough created the account in 2015, sure, and then Scotland. Dan Keysborough is from Scotland. I'm not from Scotland. I live here. I'm not from here. And we got this one, right? Dan Keysborough is a content creator on YouTube. True. Now there's a rainbow flag. There's a gay flag or an LGBT flag. As far as I'm aware, I am not part of the LGBTQ community. Maybe it's just saying that I'm an ally, which is fair enough. I am an ally, I like to think. But does it say that I'm part of the community? Do you guys get that impression? Most people think I'm bi before I start talking. But that's just because, I don't know. Who fucking knows? I genuinely don't know. But everyone does think I'm bi. Just because I'm not fucking disgusting and I do skincare and shit, I guess. And a lot of men are fucking disgusting in the least performative way possible. Aren't you ace? Ooh. Interesting. That could be it. Okay, in terms of asexuality, I've got a bit of a controversial opinion insofar as I'm straight. You know what I mean? Like, I'm interested in women. Even if I'm asexual. That doesn't make me not straight. Does that make sense? So I feel as though I'm not really, I don't know. I'll wait for some responses here. I'm straight, aren't I? Like, why am I fucking asking you? I am a straight man who just doesn't really care about sex. I don't know, but I feel as though the LGBTQ community is like, it's sexuality, right? But asexuality is the lack of a sexuality. Or like a sexual drive, you know what I mean? Which obviously I've got a complicated situation with it. I'm only going to go as personal as I want to. But I have a girlfriend, yeah. I'm interested in women exclusively, pretty much. Lack of sexual attraction, you can be straight and ace. You can both be straight and ace. Yeah. I'm not asking you if I'm straight. I mean, I did, but that was a mistake. That's really dumb. People now asserting that I'm ace. I don't know if I'm really comfortable with that, to be honest. So I said I was ace because... yeah, I don't know. It wasn't something that I ever wanted to make public, but because... there was a girl who accused me of being like a porn addict who sexually assaults people. You can't disprove it because there's no evidence for it, but people were believing it. So I felt as though I needed to sort of out my asexuality a little bit. And they never responded to them saying that I'd sexually assault someone, by the way. And they deleted their apology because they didn't fucking mean it, obviously. But here we go. Let's see some more. Remember that? Yep. Okay. Let's have a look at this. Jesse, born November 18th, 2003. True. Wait, they got my birthday. How'd they get my birthday and fucking famous birthdays didn't? It wasn't Lewis. Anyway, better known online as Dan Keysborough, and they pronounced it right, pronounced Dan Keysborough, commentary YouTuber. His content mostly covers the strange/controversial antics of various figures on the internet and voicing his opinions on certain matters. I'd say that's pretty true so far. I think we're good so far. What do you guys think? I think that's a pretty accurate description. I'm having a great time. I'm actually reading a Wikituvia here. Okay, what else we got? Personal life. What did they know about my personal life? No, history. Jesse created his channel on November the 11th, 2015. I didn't start uploading for a long while after, though, to be fair. We are birthday twins. Hey. Good shit, man. Big up all the birthday twins I got here. Asexuality is an umbrella term anyway. It's a spectrum. I suppose so. I'm not, I honestly, I don't want to define anyone else's sexuality. I'm simply, all I can talk about is myself, really. I don't really want to talk about myself too much in terms of sexuality. Jesse created his channel in November. Yeah, his most popular video, and it's most popular, it's not very interesting. First ever video uploaded is a YouTube titled The Othello Homework. It's not actually. It's a video of me and my friends making a snowman and like beating it up. It's a snow Bob. It's a Bob the Minion made of snow, and we start beating it up and like just abusing it and shit. I deleted it because I thought it might look bad. And when I got cancelled, one of my patrons downloaded the video before I deleted it and sent it to Lewis McClung for like as dirt on me, but he never like put it out because it was just fucking a 14-year-old fucking about. But one of my patrons, I remember the patron that did it as well. I remember them. I don't know if they still watch me, but I remember them. I remember all of my patrons by name. I remember which one it was. I remember. Maybe I'll show you guys at some point in another live. No, they're not a patron. I don't have Patreon anymore. I deleted Patreon because I was making enough money to not need one, basically. So it felt weird just to take money from the audience. Although according to one lassie, it was because I was running from the accusations of me being a racist, porn-addicted freak who sexually assaults people and is a future abuser. Sorry, I'm getting too... I need to actually stop. I genuinely need to stop. Alright, and this is the whole controversy section as well. You know what? I'm not even going to. Channel milestones, trivia. Okay, let's read the trivia. Jesse is of Egyptian descent and was originally born in Egypt. No, I was born in Camden and I was brought back to Egypt. And we sort of went back and forth for a bit. Oh wait, everyone's saying refresh. Why refresh? Why refresh? Why do I need to refresh? I'm not going to refresh because I feel like something bad's happening. He currently resides in Scotland. Yeah, that much is true. He has a girlfriend who can. Oh, I missed my super chat. Okay, let's see. What's her name? DJ Projugs. Let's have a look. I'm heading up. Sorry, mate. I can't see it anywhere. But it will go to. It will go to the Renee Good GoFundMe. I'm refreshing the page, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to show me refreshing it. There you go. He has a girlfriend who can occasionally be heard speaking with a thick Scottish accent in the background of his videos. Her face and identity are not shown for privacy reasons. He has a bald cat named Prince. Prince sometimes makes an appearance in Jesse's videos. Prince is not bald completely anymore. Not anymore. What are the comments saying? I don't know his birthday. Okay, this wasn't as interesting as I thought it would be. I was hoping there'd be some like crazy, although we didn't read half of it to be fair, because I don't really want to reinstigate old drama too much. I genuinely regret saying as much as I did in this one, although it's all out there, but whatever. I shot someone else, look, I'm sure they did, but I really don't want to get into other shit right now. Like, maybe I'll look into it and do another stream about it later, or a video, who knows, but right now you know, it's 4 a.m. and I feel like the stream's over. So, thank you all very much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Thank you all very much. I had fun during this last part. The rest of it was very, very anger-inducing, but yeah, I need to go to bed now. In a bit, guys. Bye.